can buy her. You can buy her. This one's here. This one's here. This one's here. And this one's here. Everything's for sale. For sale? Dumb cunts. Same dumb questions. Oh, virgins? Listen, all virgins are liars, honey. And I don't know what I'm scared of or what I even enjoy. Darling, get money, but nothing turns out like you want it. And in these plague streets of pity, you can buy anything. For 200, anyone can conceive a god on video. He's a boy, you want a girl, so tear off his cock, tie his hair in bunches, fuck him, call him Rita if you want. I eat and I dress and I wash and I still can say thank you. Puking, shaking, sinking, I still stand for all ladies. Can't shout, can't scream, hurt myself to get paid out. I teeth them 24/7, all year long. Purgatory circle, drowning here. Someone will always say yes. Funny place for the social, for the insects to start caring. Just an ambulance at the bottom of a cliff. And in these plague streets of pity, you can buy anything for 200. Anyone can conceive a god on video. He's a boy, you want a girl, so tear off his cock, tie his hair in bunches, fuck him, call him Rita if you want. If you want. I eat and I dress and I wash and I can still say thank you. Puking, shaking, sinking, I still stand for old ladies. Can't shout, can't scream, I hurt myself to get paid out. Power produces desire, the weak have none. There's no lust in this coma, even for a 50. Solitude, solitude, the 11th commandment. The only certain thing that is left about me. There's no part of my body that has not been used. Pity or pain, show displeasure, shame. Everyone I've loved or hated always seems to leave. And in these plague streets of pity, you can buy anything. For 200, anyone can conceive a god on video. He's a boy, you want a girl, so tear off his cock, tie his hair in bunches, fuck him, call him Rita if you want. If you want. If you want. You can buy.
No.
I don't really care, Margaret. I don't really.
Okay, hello everybody. Let me just add start up to the screen there. How are we all doing?
Woohoo!
Do you know what? I might even turn my camera on.
Uh-oh.
My camera's on again. That's fine. That's fine. I can fix that. I can fix that while everyone's doing their intros. Let's apart from me, obviously, because I've got to sort my camera out. Let's go the order in which everybody showed up today. So we will start with Lilith.
Yeah.
How are you doing? What have you been up to?
I actually doing very well. Not much going on, but I'm really addicted to the game Warframe, and that's what I'm doing most of the time, playing this game. Making nice progress also. It's very nice. So there's not much to tell. Didn't make many new songs, and except the Wednesdays and Fridays show, I actually don't do that much. I often even miss streams that normally I would visit because of this game. I'm really addicted. I need to admit that.
Awesome, awesome. Who came next? Noise came next. How you doing, man?
Just doing, I do my own show. So everybody out there should come and visit it. I honestly feel this show, once it gets monetized, it'll probably be a much bigger hit than mine, which is odd. We have a lot of the same people, a lot of the same feel, but yeah, welcome to Rhoda and Lilith's show, and hopefully you'll check out mine as well.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. And Jen, how are you doing? How have you been?
I'm all right. At best, it's petty things. My city finally had our first like sort of heat wave, so we felt what spring was like for the first time in over a month. And now it's gone back down to something that we're kind of a little bit more used to. So like yesterday, I was like, bleh. I could barely make it on your stream. Noise like I don't do sudden heat waves.
Fair enough.
But
Okay.
no, everything's back again.
Nice.
Okay, Daramouthe, welcome back. How have you been since we last spoke?
Oh, it's been wonderful. The sun is shining, the birds are chirping, and it's nice to at least feel like you can stay warm outside instead of having to go back inside. Because it's not a good time when there's snow on the ground and you're turning blue. But yeah, it's been nice, and thank you for having me back on.
Well, thank you for coming, man. So, next up we have Sardoc. How's it going, dude?
Sorry, is it just me on my end that
I don't know if
that
you're aware, but
noise?
you haven't got any audio.
Oh
No,
We will
gosh.
come back to you.
I can hear him.
Can you?
Yeah,
I
can hear 'em.
can't.
Hang on.
Shit.
Hold on a minute. Is
Well,
it
it's not
just
gonna
on
work if I
my
can't
end that
hear it.
everyone's roboting?
Do you want to try leaving and coming back?
Hang on.
To me, everyone sounds normal. Noise is a bit quieter than usual, but that's about it.
Right.
The rest of you can hear Sardoc.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I can hear him.
Because I can't even see the speaker thing moving. Damn it, damn it, damn it.
Being professional is part of the show. That's part of the show. Come on.
Right.
Well,
There.
that's just fantastic, isn't it?
Get faster. You're gonna need to get faster.
So, could chat hear Sardoc?
Yeah. Oh, no, I didn't. I'm not chat.
I mean, it's me, Chad. I don't know.
Well, okay. Okay, well, me then for now. Right, we do have a pretty entertaining show for you today because I stumbled across a story earlier that really made me laugh my socks off, and I can't wait to get to it. I think it's going to be the second item in, because the first one is almost going to be out of date because I've been waiting for a few days to cover it. So we've got stuff stuff from the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. The nominees were announced. Something very, very amusing happened on an aeroplane, which is the story I really can't wait to get to. Hopefully St. Hugo will be here by the time it gets to that, though. And then obviously the usual Lefties Losing It and the usual Tony the Homie. So hopefully that'll all be good, and hopefully Sardoc will be back soon. Because if it doesn't work when he comes back in, then I will have to disconnect and come back in myself. Because I can't have a conversation with him if I can't hear him. Right, so I think that's about it for intros. Apart from, of course, the most important part of the show, which is the audience. Let's see who we've got. First up, we have Mr. Stephen Bromby. Welcome, sir. Thank you. Quite a lot of Stephen, actually. Thank you very much for keeping the chat busy. We have Valkyria Windsor, who obviously substituted for Sardoc on the last episode. And thank you very much for that, mate. Hopefully we'll have you on again soon. We have Lord Ragnil. Thank you very much for coming. We have Sonia. We have Sonia Lizette, which is fantastic. Not seen you for a while, so fantastic. Great to see you. We don't seem obviously there's Oslot in chat as well. We do not seem to have Sardok back just yet, but we'll get straight on with the first article anyway. Let me just get to catch up with chat. Yep, that is about it. And apparently Sonia is a big fan of Dara, so that's good. Fantastic.
She's been on a few times.
Cool, cool.
My sound any better?
I could hear you before. I don't know if you were sounding any different.
I can hear you fine.
I think it was
Yeah,
Sark.
I know Lilith was saying to my sound.
Yeah, it's a bit less loud than usual. Oops, wait. Am I muted still? No, I'm not. That's the only thing I said. I can hear you fine. It's just a bit less loud than usual. That's all I said. Because I was asked, do I hear Sardok? Yes, I hear everyone. The only thing that you are a bit less loud than usual. That's all. But yeah, it's fine. It's fine. Everyone can hear you.
Just a little bit quiet, apparently. Hopefully that's not going to be too much of an issue. So long as we can all hear each other, it's fine. Right. I do not know what's happened with Sardok, but I'm sure once he gets something sorted out, he'll be back. If it comes down to it, then I guess I could probably patch his vocal in from Discord. And I very nearly pressed the wrong button. Yeah, I can hear you now, mate. I can hear you now.
Okay, yeah, sorry, I restarted the whole router because everyone was roboting for me.
Yeah, that's
okay.
that's annoying. Yeah, can't do a show like that.
It should be good now.
Cool.
That's
So,
nice.
roughly what did you say in your intro? I'll put you back on.
I was just asking if it was just on my end roboting or if it was everybody else, and then everybody else froze, so I thought, it's probably me. But yeah, I'm fine. Yeah, quite happy with the purchase of the mouse game. Mouse PI game.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
don't-
was playing it earlier. It looks really
You know,
cool.
Yeah, me
I
too.
don't even play shooters, but I bought this one and I am gonna finish it because the aesthetics are just and the soundtrack.
Yeah, it really is good.
Fantastic.
I'm happy it's doing well.
Yeah.
So-
we
so
do have a
how
message
is-
from Sonia, a bit of background static from someone, but it's not unbearable. Unfortunately, that will be probably my 10-plus-year-old computer making a noise. And there's not a lot I can do about that. So,
Well,
sorry about that.
there's literally someone we have on the panel called Noise, so probably that will be that.
Yeah.
Blame
We've
the
got
owl.
two lots of noise today then. Right, so this article that we have, it's quite... This isn't the really amusing one, I just wanted to put it out because it's like... Well, the one thing that Britain still seems to be really good at, even though it's a state at the moment, is music. And we have British musicians have reached a historic milestone at the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, with 6 UK acts set to be included in this year's class. The 2026 intake marks a record-breaking moment, surpassing the previous high set in 2019 when 5 British artists were on it, which saw Radiohead, The Cure, Def Leppard, Roxy Music, and the Zombies. I thought the Zombies were Irish, but okay. Maybe they're Northern Irish. That's British.
Irish.
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 Who wants a bit of that Irish?
Indeed. This year's announcement was made during an episode of American Idol with presenter Ryan Seacrest and Judge Lionel Richie. Really? I did not know that he did things like that. Revealing the honorees. And there's a picture of it looking a bit like the Louvre in France. That is architectural appropriation there, right there. Rock and Roll Hall of Fame chairman John Sykes said it's music's highest honour. I doubt that, but but we look forward to celebrating these remarkable artists, etc., etc. So this is the important bit. The British contingent includes Oasis, Iron Maiden, cool. Sade, cool. Phil Collins, okay. Billy Idol, who is one of my favourite artists, and Joy Division / New Order, who are also one of my favourite artists. So I'm really happy about this. Collins will receive his second honour having been inducted as part of Genesis. So why is he going in again? That doesn't make sense, but okay. And this is the thing. Joy Division and New Order are being recognised together, reflecting the latter band's formation by surviving members following the death of frontman Ian Curtis in 1980. Yeah, that story is a little bit tame there because what actually happened with Ian Curtis is he unalived himself, and it was really rather tragic. I think they've skirted over that a bit. What do we think so far, guys?
I'm not much into the. I know the Rock and Hall of Fame does certain things like inducting. Yeah, that's right, inducting people in. But beyond that point, I'm not too far. I've never even visited it, so that's the problem. Is like I'm a state over, and I haven't visited it.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not really one for awards ceremonies either. But apparently nobody is anymore because like almost nobody watched the Oscars this year, which I think is hilarious.
Almost
In fact, I think it's
watch
the
nobody watched the what?
Oscars. Oh yeah,
The what?
I see what you did there, mate.
When they're inducting these bands, I mean, it's like in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, they're bringing rap artists in. They need to get their shit together. They're like throwing in pop artists and rap artists, and it's like, it's rock and roll, or it's just this kind of music or that kind of music, or just say music in general, and then maybe it would work.
Yeah, I do agree with that. This bit gets a little bit amusing. Artists become eligible 25 years after releasing their first commercial recording. Liam Gallagher appeared to soften his previous criticism of the Hall of Fame, having once dismissed it as an award from some geriatric in a cowboy hat. But no, he'll take it anyway. Great. So there's some backbone there, I guess. Reverse psychology vibes in the area. Oasis Rock and Roll Hall of Famous. Great. He was not too good for it after all. He later added, I want to thank all the people who voted for it. It's a real honour. Yeah, sure. Billy Idol told Billboard, I can't believe it. It's just been fantastic being part of this musical revolution that we really believed in. Don't care what Phil Collins said because he's already in there. Noel Gallagher previously told Rolling Stone that the honour won't be happening, while Bruce Dickinson criticised the organisation as well, calling them sanctimonious Americans. So I don't think that they should even offer to induct artists that have bad-mouthed their Hall of Fame. It's, what's the word I'm looking for?
I don't.
I'm not in your head. What would I know?
I kind of get why the Gallagher are saying that, but at the end of the day, though, it's one that seems to be musicians aim for to some degree because it's considered a high point to be inducted into it. I mean, there's some legends worth it, like Phil Collins, but it's just.
I find incredible irony in a British person calling Americans sanctimonious. I mean, from British people, seriously.
That is true.
That is very, very true.
In the climate today, it is a joke in itself. It is.
The Sex Pistols famously rejected the 2006 induction, with Johnny Lydon branding the museum urine and wine. Well, at least he actually stood by his guns and didn't take the award when he turned bad-mouthed them, so at least,
Oh, but those guns come from nasty places. I mean, they're Sex Pistols. You don't know what they were.
But they've got something a bit wrong here. It's not Johnny Lydon. It's either Johnny Rotten or John Lydon. It's not Johnny Lydon. And it's not John Rotten either.
Hey, Rhoda, you're probably going to have to move Sardak around because he is blocking part of the
I'll bring it up a bit higher.
Yeah.
And I will I will see.
Yeah, put him
I will
above
see
me.
about doing that.
There is nothing to read there.
There you
I'm not
Listen.
entirely sure I can.
go. I would try and see. If you can't, that's fine. But still,
Yeah, I'll just have to keep. No. There we go. No, it'll only do that.
Oh.
Smith.
wow, Sardak is worth talking about. Oh, never mind.
Okay, well, at least it's there. I just need to have it closer to the top of the screen. So yeah, that I don't quite like that they've got John Lydon's name wrong, but shit, who cares really? There's a pretty good picture of Billy Idol there.
Well, the thing is, the people running this are probably Gen Zers. They probably have no clue who these people are even.
Yeah. Oh, what rock and roll is.
Well,
Hey.
here's the funny thing is Iron Metal rock and roll. I would say not.
Indeed. More than 1,200 voters, artists, historians, and industry professionals take part in the selection process. Sade's inclusion is also notable. She becomes the first British black woman. So what? So what? I mean, she's a good artist. I like her, but again, she's not rock and roll. And why does everybody have to focus on race all the time? It's really starting to piss me off.
It's just when I
There we
hear the
go.
words first and female and black woman in one sentence, it makes me laugh nowadays. I wonder why.
I know, it's a bit much, isn't it? But that comes from presumably a lady called Lydia Davis, so thank you very much for that. You do probably want to get people's names right, my love. But yeah, let's see if I can actually not put the wrong thing on screen now when I try and change to another tab.
No.
Nope, still does it. There we are.
And now Lilith is worth talking about. All right.
Hey, Weeping Heroes here. Hey, bud. We'll have to get you back on soon again. When did you learn Greek? Did you learn Greek?
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, a
Oh,
little
right.
bit, because half my World of Warcraft guild was Greek, so I thought, I'm gonna start learning, that might be fun.
That's cool.
It's interesting. You know what? The hardest thing was the alphabet, because not for the reasons you think. It's because certain letters, your brain is wired to pronounce them in a certain way, but of course they're completely different. And it was me falling into the same trap over and over again. The actual grammar, no problem. Even if Duolingo is a bit
Yeah, that's true.
It kind of sucks. I
No,
tried
the-
learning Chinese with it. Oh boy.
The most challenging language I've ever encountered to attempt to learn even a little bit is Cherokee. Just looking at that, you'll see what I'm talking about.
I heard that it's really difficult.
I'll actually have a look at that.
Okay. So this is one that I've really been looking forward to. I hope this is going to make you guys laugh, because it made me laugh. Yeah, that's dead. Right. I'm laughing just reading it. Jet 2 passengers left shocked and disgusted after a couple attempt to join the Mile High Club. I'm sure everyone knows what that means.
Yeah.
While the plane was still on the ground.
Oh, Jesus fucking Christ.
Right? When confronted, the couple insisted they were praying.
Yes, praying in missionary position.
Maybe that's why they call it missionary position.
Oh, God.
Couple in their 50s. have been permanently banned by Jet2 after engaging in sexual activity aboard a flight bound to Gran Canaria. The service department at East Midlands Airport last Thursday set the scene for the couple's clumsy rendezvous. Aboard the flight, passengers spotting the pair becoming intimate in their seats before the aircraft had even left the ground.
Wow.
Fellow traveller told the Sun. Yeah, go for it.
So I have this position lately because so much of DEI up here has caused so many plane crashes. So if you're fucking around on a plane, I'm okay with you being on a no-fly list for at least a year or two. You could take Greyhound. Don't do that on a fucking Greyhound, okay?
So that's why it says in the title, fucking tourists. I mean it literally. So, fellow travellers told the Sun they felt shocked and disgusted by what they witnessed, with cabin crew rapidly alerted to the lewd activity. Staff said
Oh, come on.
to
Oh,
even
come on.
consider turning the aircraft around, but the plane ultimately concluded its 4-hour journey to the Canary Islands despite the complaints.
Oh, come on. They were just fucking about. Oh, Jesus.
Goodness me. That's absolutely crazy. Darren Street, a 51-year-old garage owner from Nottingham, had been filming the takeoff. Oh, God, filming the takeoff, thank goodness. I thought I was going to say something else. When he inadvertently captured the couple's incredibly blatant behaviour on video.
Is this the new...
Incredibly blatant. There was a lot of vigorous movement going on in his jogging bottoms. With his 47-year-old wife, things I told the Sun.
Goodness.
Oh, dear me, dear me. My wife and I were shocked and disgusted. We told a crew member and they came over to speak to the couple, he said. The couple alerted cabin staff to the situation because children were present on the flight.
Oh, God.
Would you not anyway? But when confronted by crew members, the pair offered up a baffling explanation for their indiscreet behaviour. The couple claims they were praying because it was their first time on a plane.
Oh, no.
It's not gonna work.
Nope.
Jesus.
Well, I don't know. It could be their prayer. I don't know what their religion is. How they go about doing their prayer.
Maybe they were caught yelling out Jesus Christ. I know a lot of couples do that in bed.
Oh, sorry, I had to mute myself. Oh, Jesus Christ, I love this story so much.
I know, right? Oh, dear. The moment I saw it, I knew we had to cover it.
Yeah, thank you so much.
And there's the plane from the thumbnail.
Ooh.
Mr. Street described how the couple spent much of the flight staring at him and his wife, making the flight really awkward. They would not stop staring at everything he did. Upon landing in Gran Canaria, Jet2 took immediate action against the couple. They were removed from their Jet2 affiliated hotel and had their return flight tickets cancelled, forcing them to arrange their own journey back to Boston.
Wow.
Both individuals received lifetime bans from the airline. When notified, they were originally going to turn the plane around to kick out the offending passengers. Then we learned they would be banned from the hotel and their plane back instead. They said it was so serious they would have to deal with it straight away.
Well, you see, Rhoda, most planes won't let you carry things that are considered a liquid on the plane anymore because of, bad things in the past.
Yeah.
The people on the plane are really mad that they can't just spray them with, Lysol and shit because they're like, you dirty motherfucker.
Oh, God.
If confirmed, these customers have been banned for life. A family-friendly airline and a holiday company. We take a zero-tolerance approach to appalling behaviour such as this. There's got to be something in the comments worth looking at here. Seriously weird behaviour, yeah. The bar's been set very low, now known as the Meters High Club. It's part of the new inclusivity drive to get everyone involved, and now you can join our bus.
Please upvote this comment.
When he inadvertently captured the couple's incredibly blatant behaviour on video, inadvertently, yeah,
Yep.
right.
Yep.
Clearly not the brightest couple. Then you can't join the Mile High Club until you're in the air. The clue is in the name. I'm always sick when I fly, so I'd have vomited over them. That would change the mood, I'm sure. Oh dear. One last one. Could have joined them. A threesome on a plane? Different. Oh my God.
Jesus. Oh god, just be glad I wasn't on that plane, because the whole fucking plane would be laughing.
Right,
Either at them, either laughing with me at them, or laughing at me for laughing at them.
I believe it.
Yeah, I'm a cunt. I would have figured out which network on the plane gets to the kids' network, and then I would have blasted that so obnoxiously near them, so it makes it really, really awkward. So it's like Sesame Street in the background.
Yeah.
You know?
Just to answer Weeping Hero, yeah, the echo seems to be coming and going, but it was also doing that on Will's show as well, and he's using a different program to us now. So I think it might be more of a YouTube issue than us.
Oh, that's
So
true.
sorry about that. But yeah, anyone else got any more thoughts on that? Because I think that's the funniest story
Well-
we've had since I started the channel.
Not particularly on that, but I do wonder how you use the internet without an ad blocker.
Yeah, I do need to sort an ad blocker out, don't I?
Yes.
Just use Brave, you'll be fine.
Or you
Oh,
block
dear.
Origin, even better.
Yeah, I
The
will.
uBlock Origin doesn't work for me no more
Okay,
because
well-
it doesn't work on YouTube no more.
Brave's built-in ad blocker is roughly the same thing. I believe it's using the same back end as AdBlock Origin. You technically you can use both and add your own custom filters, but anyway, that's a lot to get into. Yeah, use Brave. That's the easiest method.
Okay. I will look into that right after the show. Stephen thinks that the guy should have put the video on TikTok.
Yeah. It probably would have been taken down if something not supposed to be there was there.
Oh, not on TikTok, on an entirely different site.
Oh dear.
Yep.
No.
Oh,
Yeah.
that was fun.
Yeah, it really got to you.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I got a giggle out of it that they didn't wait that the plane even fucking started to fly. I mean, that kind of beats the purpose. That's what for me makes it funny, but not that funny.
Meter High Club destroyed me.
I know. Meter High Club. Yeah, that's what I should have called it. Actually, that's what I should have called it instead of fucking tourists. But there you go. I didn't want to ask because I didn't want to give the story away before we covered it. Because it's funnier if we can actually react in real time.
Yeah, that's why I not watch Lefties Losing It no more. Only on weekends.
Speaking of, I guess it's about time. We've got some Tony as well, but what I was thinking is we'll try and do what we did a few weeks ago and like do a little bit of it, a little bit of each. So like if we get to a story on Lefties Losing It that's a bit depressing, then we can cheer things up a bit with some Tony.
Sounds about good.
Cool.
Yeah. I know it's my fault. I always crash out at stuff.
It's alright. I think it's a good idea anyway. There we go. Now, of course, my mouth is being funny. Okay, let's go. My computer is not helping today.
It's time for Lefties Losing It. And Kamala Harris and her many accents are back. This time she was talking to a audience of mainly black women. So, of course, we got this.
Oh, anyone want to imagine what this is going to sound like?
A black woman?
A black woman trying to impersonate another accent of a black woman. I don't know.
Yeah.
But she's Indian.
I
What's that all about?
It beggars belief, doesn't it? Anyway, let's hear it.
I think it's okay for us to be a bit transactional too. And to
But what?
She said transactional. What the fuck?
She has trouble with saying words.
say, I'm gonna get mine also. And so don't count on me to be a voter and be the backbone of the Democratic Party.
Yeah, Kamala, well said. You know, black women are they're known for being notoriously passive and shy, aren't they? She's just nailed that one. Now, let's hear from a Democrat Congresswoman, Pramila Jayapal, who seems to think that Cuba's health system is the envy of the world. She must really love communism.
I worked on global health for 10 years before coming to Congress, so it's an area that I'm very interested in. Cuba has a remarkable public health system, lowest infant mortality, maternal mortality, sort of the opposite of what the United States has.
Yes, that must be why Cubans risk their lives fleeing their country on inflatable rafts. Let's stick with the Democrats, and here is another Congresswoman who is in all sorts of trouble, and she looks worried. Ilhan
Shout in whenever anyone's got anything to say, by the way.
Omar is facing a congressional inquiry into her financial position. She claimed not too long ago in official disclosures that she was worth millions, up to $30 million. But now she claims that was a bit of an error and she's only worth as little as $18,000. Let's see how well she handled.
That sounds
Settle
like
this argument. She's worthless.
I signed that one.
My word. It's just...
She going to jail. Yeah. It's time.
Yeah.
Handles questions about this scandal.
The last time I spoke to you, you said that I was stupid for asking you about your financial disclosure, but there's some discrepancies on there. Would you like to explain that? How did you make such a big mistake on it?
Absolutely, you're stupid for asking me anything.
I am?
Yes.
Well, what about the American people who are wondering how you made such a big
I have
mistake?
explained to the American people.
What's the explanation?
I have given them the explanation.
Do you want to tell our viewers? Because they're
I don't want to tell you, Jack.
What, all of them?
Yeah.
She's avoiding it. That's how you know.
Yep.
How about that?
Okay. Have a good day. Thank you, Congresswoman.
Wow, she seems nice. Now to another Democrat woman, Jimmy Kimmel, who sat down with...
I don't know what it is about those Somalians, but it look like they're sniffing out cheese. They got those little rat faces. A lot of them do. I don't know. I mean, I'm not trying to be racist or whatever. I'm just trying to be factual.
I just
noticed it
called
too.
Jimmy Kimmel a Democrat woman.
Yeah, I was too slow. You need to warn me.
I can't warn you, I haven't seen it.
No, the air horn.
fellow misery guy.
The what?
The air horn. You need to warn me. Then I can mute it. It's way too loud.
Oh, sorry.
It's fine.
But I can't really because it doesn't work that way.
Yeah, I noticed.
If I say I'm going to play the horn, then there's no point in me playing the horn.
That's Michelle Obama to explain that though he is a supposed comic, That doesn't mean he needs to be funny. Yes, by all means, Jimmy, keep raging about Donald Trump and being the Iranian regime's biggest useful idiot.
Oh, I saw this on another program. This is so cringe. Brace yourselves.
Can't imagine on those nights talking about anything other than what we are talking about. I think it would be embarrassing if we didn't talk about this stuff. It would be shameful. And to say that, well, your job is this, it makes me, I bristle at that because first of all, don't tell me what my job is. My job is whatever I decide my job is.
Big man. Now,
Yes, let's bristle at that for a second.
I don't really care, Margaret. I don't really care, Margaret.
You could say JD was bristling that lady for her question.
Indeed. Oh, so the way Michelle just keep going, like again and again and again when he's talking, as well as the stupid crap that he's saying.
Right.
Like it's literally his job to be a comedian.
Well, you know, in America, we have a good degree of freedom of speech, but what you know, people got to realize is we also have a degree of consequences. You know, you can say things, but then things can happen.
Oh, in the UK there is freedom of speech and they'll arrest anybody that says there isn't.
Indeed.
Well said.
Oh. Right, where is that tab? There it is.
with the midterms less than 7 months away, let's have a look at some polling that is triggering CNN viewers. Here, Harry Enton explains amongst older voters, you know, those sort of voters who actually show up and vote in every election, well, amongst them, Donald Trump is on solid ground.
Ooh. Older voters, senior citizens vote in far larger numbers. So Republicans look at this number and they say, hey, you know what? We can actually potentially do some real damage, or at least hold our own in the midterms, because President Trump is holding his own with this very important voting bloc.
So how does that number 44% compare historically to other presidents?
Okay, this is where it gets even more interesting. It turns out if you look at all the 21st century second-term presidents, and you look at senior citizens, Trump actually has the best approval rating at this point in the second term of all of them.
Now let's get a dose of wet.
I bet CNN did.
He beats Obama. That makes me smile.
Yeah.
And great chutzpah from one of the most disreputable men to ever work in the CIA, and that's saying something. Here is former Communist Party supporter who was appointed by Barack Obama to lead the CIA, where he weaponized the agency to go after domestic political opponents, and he was a key figure in pushing the Russian collusion hoax. He even claimed Hunter Biden's laptop wasn't real. It was all some Russian plot. Well, finally, John Brennan is being investigated for his activities and he doesn't like it. Listen.
He doesn't like it.
Oh, it's so funny, like, because we're covering the quartering so much on Will Show, and every time you pause the quartering, he looks like an absolute twant.
Well,
and every time I pause Rita, she looks great.
So, you know, to point out that, yeah, he had a higher approval rating among seniors. Well, when Obama was being, you know, ran for president, think of the seniors of the time in America. They were all like, oh, they're letting a black one do it now. And it's not because they're racist. It's because of what actually happened once he became president. Every white person in America was under attack because all the black people were going, white boy, cracker, one of ours is president now. And, you know, there's just outbursts everywhere. Like, that's racist. You're racist, cracker. And just, you know, they just got really in a big uproar, and every white person in America was kind of under attack.
Yeah.
But at least, okay, let me say, at least That's been my experience. There's people out there might live in a more white area. Where I live, there's more blacks in the South than there is the rest of the country.
Fair enough. Yeah, I mean, obviously, I've never lived in America, so I can't really comment. But yeah,
No,
so
well, I
take
did
your
notice
word for it.
that all this shit was noticeable even from the outside since the Obama administration. So yeah, I would claim it has its roots in this time frame of timeline. Mm.
No, I mean, no, you can look it up. There's more blacks in the South in America than the rest of it. That's by stats and everything is officially.
No, that one I know. That's
Yeah,
true.
to be honest, I only really started paying any attention to American politics in like 2015 when the left started going apeshit about Trump. Dokey.
Into this incredible gaslighting.
Failure after failure to try to identify something that, wrongdoing in this case. But, part of this is to harass, to try to hurt individuals reputationally, professionally, financially. Again, I'm not surprised by this. I'm very dismayed and disappointed by it. I'm also very troubled that we have people in government who seem to be so mean-spirited that they try to hurt individuals, hurt people, their families, and others. Again, every day when I wake up, there's something new that I just find just being so surreal and separated from the government and the reality that I worked in.
Let's bring in.
Right, legit or full of shit? I do not trust him. Where's everyone gone?
I'm here.
Oh, we're all here. It's just can't tell if.
That was something I was trying that didn't quite work. Oh well. It just suddenly occurred to me, like after every time we hear someone interviewed, we could say either legit or full of shit.
Yeah.
Have a little vote on it.
Okay. I was just saying, it's a moment to say I'm not espousing racist views. I don't care what race you are, or any such thing. It's about behavior.
Yeah.
Behavior, that's what it's all about.
Yeah, content of character.
Yeah,
agreed.
Center for the American Experiment president and co-founder of the popular Powerline blog, John Hinderaker. John, can you believe that from Brennan? Apparently investigating the Russian collusion hoax is all about harassing and hurting individuals reputationally, professionally and financially. Sounds familiar.
Rita, the Russia collusion hoax was the worst political scandal in American history, and its whole purpose was to harass Donald Trump to prevent him from being elected president. And then when he won the election, to try to destroy his first term in office, which it partly succeeded in doing. John Brennan is a detestable person, and I sincerely hope that a criminal offense
how he was nice about
pinned
that.
on him.
What's up?
I said I like how
Now
he was
to
nice
the
about that.
midterms and historically.
He's being very professional.
It's not detestable. It's disastrous. It's demonstrous. It's every word under the sun that could point to that the gentleman just does not have a brain as much as you think he does. He's out of the loop, and supposedly we're supposed to listen to him like he's the voice of God at this point.
Indeed, indeed.
He acts all moral, and then he has a piece of poo where his shoulders should be. So yeah,
He is the poo. That's the point. He is the poo.
Yeah.
Indeed.
The opposition party dominates the midterms, but John, the Democrats are going to some extraordinary efforts in regards to redistricting.
It sounds like it's acknowledging that the Democratic Party can't win on its own, that it has to go through these measures.
The Democrats can certainly win if it's a fair fight. And the question I have...
It wasn't going to be a fair fight in Virginia?
No, it wasn't going to be a fair fight nationally if you try to steal seats in Texas, in North Carolina, and in Missouri. And so the question I have for people who are critical of that which we're doing is, what were we supposed to do? Nothing? Just allow them to try to stack the deck, to try to steal seats? And
how is letting dead people vote not trying to steal seats?
Oh, they do way worse. They split up their districts so they get more seats in the cities. You should look it up on the mapping of the voting districts. The Democrats split them up in many little things, and they count as its own. And that's stealing seats like just in your face. That what you are talking about, that would be under the premise of voter fraud. That is stealing votes. But stealing seats is even more heinous, and they just do it right into your face for years. Look it up if you don't believe me.
Yeah.
All we're trying to do is meet them and try to make the system as fair as it possibly can be.
I will start breaking this up in a bit, by the way. We'll have a couple from Tony. And there's another story that I was going to cover if there was time as well. And it seems that we're not even an hour in, and we've already done both of the stories that I was covering, so I will add that in as well.
Mm-hmm.
But
And that's all that this is about.
Well, I guess I'll say something on voting. I've learned a little bit, not a great amount, but I've learned a little bit, and I've learned that whether you believe voting works or not, well, they have a million ways to cheat, and districting is one of the ways. Bringing voting forms to the old folks, convalescent centers, where they're all about senile. That's another way. There's a million ways. But then, okay, you win by the numbers, you lose by numbers. Then there's what is it called? Congressional college. I forget what it's called, but there's groups who come together who can then overturn the people's vote. However the people's vote was obtained, there's several groups that can then overturn it, and none of it matters for anything. Ultimately, no, votes don't matter here.
Fair. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure it's the same in most countries. There's corruption everywhere, especially in places that really, really claim that there isn't. Like Sardot was saying earlier about our free speech laws, which don't exist.
Mm-hmm.
John, is Eric Holder right there? Are the Democrats simply trying to ensure a fair fight? Or would you care to fact check some of those claims?
What Holder says there is ridiculous. The Democrats are the masters of gerrymandering. If all the seats in the House of Representatives were allocated as nearly as possible in proportion to the votes cast in each state, the Democrats would lose 6 seats and the Republicans would gain 6 seats. That's because of Democratic gerrymandering. In the entire region of New England, which is 6 states, there is not a single Republican in the House of Representatives, even though 40% of the votes in those 6 states go to Republicans. We see this all across the country, wherever Democrats are in power. The same thing is going on now in Virginia. And Rita, the Democrats are trying to rig the midterm elections through gerrymandering.
They are, and what they're trying to pull.
So I'm not really, obviously I've heard the word before, I'm not really sure what gerrymandering means.
Well, there's always the internet.
Yeah. It's just, I would have looked it up if I knew it was going to come up, but I didn't. I just wondered if anybody knew off the top of their heads.
No, but it would make a great segue to knowing what the word means.
Yeah.
Well, so gerrymandering is the practice of manipulating electoral district boundaries to give one political party or group unfair advantage over another. That's the basic thing.
Oh, that's the one I mentioned before.
It's like I said, districting. If they can extend the line by this much, and it counts this whole county as well, and that kind of thing.
I didn't know the word either, but funny enough, it is exactly the thing that I was mentioning before. Ha!
Cool.
Funny word, though.
Yeah, it's a strange word.
Pull off in Virginia, really. Even by their standards, it's something else. Now, let's go to this incredible development. Earlier today, a federal...
Right, that's the next story on. So now would be a good time to have a bit of a break and laugh at some Tony, yeah?
Yeah, we can do that if you want. Oh, boy.
Oh, Jesus fucking Christ.
I think you'll find he was slimmer than that and he didn't have tits. Similar hair, though.
I believe that, yes.
Where are the guys that could actually handle all this?
Anyways, this is a customized neon sign made by LC Sign. Any color, size, and shape can be customized.
Our family.
That was
Pretty good.
That was
What's
good.
the flag say? Updated reusable toilet paper setup.
Uh-oh.
What? That is worrying.
What? Uh-huh.
Has used reusable toilet paper for about a year now. This is where we keep our cloth toilet paper.
Don't post that shit. Anyways, a bright sign would attract more customers for your business. It only took us about 7 business.
For your business.
Don't
Wow.
care.
Okay, so sorry. Then. For your
Bad,
business.
Tony. Not bad.
Days to make an LED sign like this.
Is that a ball shot?
Anyways, running multiple locations, we produce LED channel letters for chain stores and bulk orders. Anyways, reliable neon signs for any space.
Rewind a little bit. Rewind a little bit for research purposes.
Come on! Come on! Seriously?
Anyways, reliable neon signs for any space. C and UL certified for global compliance. 2 years warranty with fast worldwide shipping.
How does your work outfit cost $320?
Anyways, a lot of people ask how to order a custom LED sign. It's actually very simple. You can find a WhatsApp number and email in bio.
Day 11 of learning how to be a straight man.
Wow. Jeez. Wow.
Jesus.
We'll have to clip this on about 1 minute 20. 1 minute 20. Because I need to get some more varied clips in the intro.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I'm writing that down on Discord.
Nice.
Hey, need door signs for your office, building, or business? We make fully custom door signs, including lighting signs, non-lit signs, and braille signs. Our signs are waterproof, durable, and easy to install.
I don't care who it is. Kiss the person next to you.
All right, we work closely with DHL, UPS, and FedEx as VIP partners.
Okie dokie.
Jeez.
So, let's carry on with some more actual news, shall we? Oh, Jen's on hold again. So they said we'll ring you back when someone can talk to you, and then they put her on hold again. Ah, dear me. We have a clip for that.
Oh, Mr. Brain's pork faggots, they're the best in town. Sizzling in the pan, they never let you down. Juicy, savory, back with flavor, oh so fine. Grab a plate of faggots, it's dinner time. Oh, Mr.
Right, so let's get back to some lefties losing it.
Federal grand jury in Alabama has indicted the hard left activist group, the Southern Poverty Law Center, on 11 counts of wire and bank fraud relating to charges the Justice Department has brought. They're accusing the group of paying members of extremist groups as part of its efforts to investigate them without disclosing the practice to donors or banks. Now, the SPLC has obviously denied these allegations, but let's hear from FBI Director Kash Patel.
They use their donor network to raise money to purportedly dismantle violent extremist groups. However, the SPLC, the Southern Poverty Law Center, used the money they raised from their donor network to actually pay the leadership of these very groups.
John, a lot of people have been shocked by today's.
Oh dear.
Hello, Hugo. We've got a Hugo in the backstage.
A Hugo we will go. A Hugo we will go.
Excellent.
I would say the KKK at one time was most definitely an extremist group. Now it's no more extremist than Black Lives Matter. If you call one extremist, you call the other extremist. Whereas something like the Proud Boys definitely comes off as more of an extremist group.
Fair enough. So Hugo, welcome. Do you have an intro?
Hi.
There we go.
We give him that.
There you go, right there, clean and done. How you doing?
I'm not saying that I'm promoting or taking up for the KKK. I'm not. I'm just saying they once were a group that did those kind of things, and now they're just a group that bitches a lot.
How things change.
Right. Oh dear. So Hugo, you missed a really, really funny story, man. Basically, I'm going to clip it and put it out as a video on its own. But basically, Jet2 passengers left shocked and disgusted after a couple attempted to join the Mile High Club while the plane was still on the ground. They insisted they were praying. Fleet of Jet2 passengers were left shocked and disgusted after a couple attempted to join the Mile High Club. A couple in their 50s have been permanently banned. Fellow travellers told the Sun they felt shocked and disgusted by the lewd activity. Staff were even going to turn the aircraft around. Incredibly blatant behaviour, yada, yada, yada. They claimed they were praying because it was their first time on a plane. But basically, they had their hands in each other's pants and moving around very, very fast. So,
Oh, they were, like I said, they were praying in missionary position.
Indeed, indeed. We're expecting Jen back quite soon. Cool. Then we will have almost a full contingent. I couldn't get hold of R2 today for some reason. Well, I'm sure we'll see him on Friday. Today's Wednesday, isn't it?
Yes.
Yes, it is still Wednesday, I think.
Cool. Yeah, I get days muddled up. Don't worry.
Developments, how do you see it?
Well, Rita, I'm shocked. We have known that the SPLC is a fraud for a long time. But if these allegations are true, it is really explosive. I mean, they're saying that the Southern Poverty Law Center has actually been supporting the very extremist groups it claims to oppose, people like the Ku Klux Klan, in order to manufacture instances of racism and, in some cases, criminality. I mean, if that's true, it is really astonishing.
It really is. And yeah, they have been a disreputable group for a long time. And yet I've seen them quoted by mainstream media outlets as if they are a genuine organisation that's fighting racism. Now to the war against the Iranian.
Does it change anything?
Well, I would not have thought so, really.
Does them finding about the SPLC, whatever it is, change anything about how this is going to go forward?
I don't foresee anything changing, but I would say they don't need to be giving government money out to any of these foundations, no matter where they're aligned.
True, but the question still remains, does it change anything? And I'm pretty sure they'll find a way to get that money back through some other manner or means. I mean, it's just, wow, we get to see something. Wow, look at that. They finally did something. Okay, what's going to happen next? Well, not much.
Well, you think about it, they're not saying by default what they did was illegal. They're more attacking them on going, these are hate organizations. So they probably have rather free reign to where they can give the money until somebody goes, oh, that one's a hate organization. Now we're going to get you.
Maybe. All right.
Yep.
regime, and President Trump has extended his ceasefire after the negotiating team, led by Vice President J.D. Vance, delayed plans to travel to Pakistan for a second round of peace talks. President Trump wrote on Truth Social, based on the fact that the government of Iran is seriously fractured, not unexpectedly so, and upon the request of Field Marshal Asim Munir and Prime Minister
my sound.
Shehbaz Sharif of Pakistan, we have been asked to hold our attack on the country of Iran until such a time as their leaders and representatives can come up with a unified proposal. John?
Oh, good. I am back. Okay. A little
This
bit
is
rude.
going to be...
Back, Jen.
Welcome back.
Mate, see, this is something that I really don't know how I feel about this, because I don't think there should be a ceasefire. I think this evil regime should be wiped out, because almost certainly every Iranian person I actually know, and almost all of the ones that I meet online, say they want it gone. Like, and you know, they're even putting graffiti in the streets asking Trump to carry on with the attacks. They say like they would rather risk their own lives than remain under the regime. Like hundreds and hundreds of posts I've seen like this, literally hundreds. And obviously my own close friend who's a refugee from Iran.
Also, the ceasefire ignores the nature of who they actually are. They're the kind of people who really get into martyrdoms.
Indeed.
You know, so like
Okay.
it just starts over again.
It just occurred to me what Daramouthe was actually asking, will it change anything on the end of the people receiving the money? No, they're not furthering what they do with that money. They're lining their pockets and getting fancy houses and cars, no doubt about it.
Well, I'm just asking if it changes anything at all, because you can bring this stuff to public, sure, but how long is it going to be in the public's memory? Two, is anything while it's public going to happen to them where they get a what's the word? A tax or whatever that kind of word is. Is it just calling them out and saying this is what they did, and then everyone just goes home and then they continue doing it in another way? I mean, that's the whole point. Why bring it to light if nothing's going to be done about it?
Well, yeah, ultimately nothing will be done about it. It's political pandering. It gives them material to attack them with. It can be drawn out for a decade in court, but ultimately nothing will happen. But yeah, on to whatever this current topic is.
Yeah. So the Iran thing, like, I mean, stopping firing just like when my friend was on the verge of getting her country back this is like probably the first time Trump's ever pissed me off. I wish he'd just carry on with it. And so do most of the Iranian people. So there's that. Let's see what these guys have got to say.
Enduring problem for the Trump administration. The regime is deeply fractured, and while one faction may make an agreement, agree to a peace deal, another faction is likely to break it.
Rita, I really don't understand what Trump is trying to accomplish with this ceasefire. I mean, clearly there is no one in a position to speak for the Iranian nation except perhaps the IRGC. And as you say, anything that they or any other leaders might promise today is meaningless. There's no way they can bind any future government in Iran. I don't think there's much left to negotiate, honestly. The military...
I believe they've actually already started engaging in military maneuvers on that strait, like since this was filmed.
Campaign has been a spectacular success. I think Trump should say that the campaign is complete, continue the naval blockade, and bring our forces home.
Why isn't he doing that? Why is he trying to exit this conflict with an agreement with the Iranian regime, which could fall at any minute? It's on its knees. The population there absolutely loathes the regime. Why is he so eager to have some sort of an agreement in place?
Exactly, Rita, exactly.
Backdoor deals, that simple.
Yeah. Sadly, I think you're right.
Well,
great question.
Name a country that the U.S. hasn't intervened in such a way. It didn't involve oil. Everybody's going, oh, this, that, back and forth, back and forth. It's about the oil.
It always is about the oil. That's
Yeah.
why there was the Venezuelan thing and now the Iranian thing, and it actually is a power play on China and Russia in the first place.
Actually,
Yeah,
there
I
funny.
do reckon. Oh, you can go on.
No, I was just about to say funny thing is like there is a channel I was watching this discussion about the oil thing, the Iranian stuff, and the channel's name is Asian Boss. If people want to go and see it, but it was discussing about the same sort of thing, and it was pretty interesting in depth. But it's like it wasn't much choice to do very much of anything, and I think he had mentioned that one of the options would have been that Trump would have had to come with naval ships or whatever to do what he's doing now. But again, it's been a while since I've seen it. But yeah, it was pretty interesting to see how his take upon it.
I do wonder if Rishi Sunak hadn't given away our oil to Norway, I wonder if they'd come here.
Well,
Because we could do with our regime being toppled, not going to lie.
well, it's not even just us too that needs the oil. It's like there's many other countries beyond it that get the oil from that strait too. So it's not just us, but we're kind of feeling that push to some degree. So it's kind of like all those needed. Otherwise, it just keeps going up where you're at, and we already saw that in America where it went up to like almost $4 to some places, $8 to others, which is insane to think about.
And Rita, Trump is a deal maker. He loves to make deals. That's how he thinks. Everything ends with some kind of a deal. But I don't really understand what he's negotiating for here. What agreement is he trying to get? It does not make a lot of sense to me.
Now, he has also delivered a message to the Iranians who intend to hang more protesters, including several women. He wrote...
And this is exactly why he shouldn't stop bombarding them.
I want
It really makes me angry.
Yeah, but then
Donald Trump to the Iranians.
Then the question becomes, where does it end? Does it end with it bombing for a little while longer, or does it end up with just bombing the whole country till it's nothing's left? Because that's been happening for ages now, like the war of Iran with George W. Bush. I mean, at a certain point. Oh, Iraq. Sorry.
Well,
I mean,
the way I look at it is, there's a lot of places that's just brutally bad, but the U.S. can't be the world police. This is ridiculous.
After a while.
Never worked out anyway.
Well,
some years later, everything goes tits up again.
Well, what he said.
Well, I mean, for me, I think instead of like airstrikes and things, like most of the military facilities have been destroyed. They need to go in and get boots on the ground and actually like physically get in there and topple the regime, install an interim government, probably for a couple of months headed by the Crown Prince. But yeah, that's just me.
Okay, they always go, well, they may have nukes. We have to go destroy all their facilities. If the U.S. can spend beyond like $1 trillion a year, like literally like that big amounts yearly on defense, which is attack. What if they actually spend it on true defense? You cannot knock out any nukes ever everywhere and make sure everything's safe and make sure you're the only country with nukes. You can't really ultimately do that. Eventually we'll all just blow each other the hell up. What if they actually made a defense, put it all into the defense system, whether it be, I don't know, I mean, hypothetically, globe the country or a space system to take any nukes out? I think we'd be a lot safer like that.
And there was the talk about the Golden Dome, so to speak, and defense system over America that would rival the what is called Iron Dome or something that Israel has. I think that is a plan too, but yeah, there would be American money more well spent. And to Rhoda's comment, the American people did not vote for boots on the ground. There will be no boots on the ground because no one wants it. No one wants it.
Well, the Iranians do.
Yeah, but the Americans are the ones that are here in charge of the situation. And they're not doing this to free the Iranians. They're doing it to keep them from having nukes and taking their shit as oil. So that China
of course they have to look after their own country first. Every every government has to look after their own country first, and if the American people don't want that to happen, then it shouldn't happen. But
It's
it would
funny.
be-
The U.S. is like, they might have nukes. We got to take them out. Whereas, you know, okay, it's like you're carrying a gun and you're like, you shoot anybody with a gun. Think about that.
I mean, I think the idea is that they stop the production of them before they actually are nukes. But I know what you mean. Absolutely, yeah. I just you know, obviously I'm a bit emotive about this one because I just want my friends to get their country back.
In that case, the analogy would become, oh, they look like they might be a gun buyer. Let's shoot them.
Yeah, I do see what you mean. I do see what you mean. Obviously, I've laid out the reasons why my perspective on this is slightly different, but I'm
Oh no!
I do.
Okay, it's not different per se. I mean, what you say about, you know, liberating them, saving the people. No, I'm all for that, but that's not the main goal. I'm just talking about a different aspect of it. You know, there's no disagreements here.
Okay. Oh, good. Let's try and get to the end of this one, and then before we carry on, get some more light relief again, because I know I need it.
Iranians, to the Iranian leaders who will soon be in negotiations with my representatives, I would greatly appreciate the release of these women. I'm sure that they will respect the fact that you did so. Please do them no harm. Would be a great start to our negotiations. John, the regime has never stopped killing its own people. Not even during this war, they have continued to hang protesters for protesting for freedom.
The IRGC has murdered tens of thousands of Iranians, including a great many women, just in the last couple of months. I can't imagine that President Trump's tweet is going to have
well over 45,000.
any effect.
Numbers
What he ought to
differ
do,
from
in
the
my
source.
opinion.
Sorry?
I said the number will always differ from which source, but I would rather believe it is 40,000 plus than anything else. I think it's way worse because that would be the public executions that can be tracked and not what's really going on. I would say the number is way higher, but that's the thing about numbers. You have different sources, which one is trustworthy, which one is real. End of the day, you can just estimate the truth to a certain degree, I would say.
Also,
It's
it's
announced
always
that-
about how you present numbers. The book How to Lie with Statistics is free and easily found as a PDF document too.
Every woman they hang, he will destroy a power plant. That might possibly have some effect.
Yep.
You know what? I like that. Each woman
like
you
it
hang,
too.
it's going to be a power plant or a bridge or some piece of infrastructure that's going to be devastating. But again, it will also be devastating for the population there. Now, let's go to California. Gavin Newsom, the governor.
Well, it is a double-edged sword.
Well, okay. I get where Trump's coming from with that. Yeah, okay. But here's the thing. War is hell. These women, a hanging would be a mercy for the things they've been doing to them, no doubt.
There is truth to that. I cannot deny this, but still, I like the idea. It doesn't work though.
Well, there is also the fact that these citizens are actually asking for that to happen. So that, you know, they want, like, what's best for the country as a whole. They don't care if something happens to them personally, like the vast majority of them. Anyway, time for some light relief.
Yeah.
Okay, you're falling off a building in your dream.
Anyways, this LED display is bright, clear, and built for all-day use. Perfect for storefronts, events, or promotions. Custom sizes, fast production, message us to upgrade your space.
It's the oven. Be right back.
Yep.
Okay.
And follow LC sign.
Today's video is the difference between liking something and the liking the idea of something.
Anyways, tired of boring signs? We create custom light-up letters to match your brand perfectly. From small shops to big chains, fast production, durable, and fully customizable.
Hi, I'm Evan Lee, and I do only.
Hey, while your store or office really pop, our custom illuminated letters grab attention day and night. Easy to install, energy efficient, and totally customizable.
What the fuck is that?
There.
Anyways, if you need an LED sign, you can find our WhatsApp number and email in our bio. Send your logo and size to us and you will get a quote. To protect the safety of the package, LCD sign would clean the sign, wrap with EPE, and wrap with foam cutting. And we'll cut the pack into minimum to save customers money on shipping and prevent damage. Look at this sign with the rimless design and UV printing on the surface. And we have DDP service for the tariff. For professional franchise signs, come to LC Sign.
There we go. There we go. So that was Tony for the day.
Ooh, number 100 right there.
Number 100?
Yeah, for Chinwag.
Oh, yeah, of course. Yeah, I did pop in that for a little bit before I started the show, so, say congratulations and all that.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Tony thing is interesting, though, because I feel like he's in a place where there's a bunch of other people doing something similar where they're trying to sell something from that regard. It feels like it's a factory of sorts beyond the scope of factory of signs. Because I've seen that before. Not his, but I've seen that before where it's like Chinese people are selling products directly to people. And it seemed to be becoming more of a thing.
Yeah, well, you will use the social media landscape to do your advantage, even in business, of course. You can get more customers that way. It just works.
Yeah, there's only one world now, isn't there? Everybody can talk to each other from anywhere. I mean, we're all doing it now.
Well, yeah, and you remember the whole thing with the Japan on X, right? Like, once they started auto-translating, like, there's a whole cross-combination of chatting with the Japanese and stuff, and it was a huge thing.
I suddenly found myself talking with so many Japanese and Koreans.
Yeah, or even Chinese and Taiwanese especially.
Yeah.
I didn't get many of them, just Japanese and Koreans.
Oh, Taiwanese you find easily. Chinese you find less because they are still on their own grid a bit. They need to go on the international internet because they have their own thingy going on.
Not like they have a choice.
Censored internet. But it's not just the internet. It's the whole country. If you blaspheme against the fantastic, fabulous, godly communist regime, then you won't be able to travel to another city. You won't be able to buy food. All of that jazz.
Yeah, they have the point system.
It's the same shit that they're trying to implement in the West.
Yes, it is really horrendous.
Yeah, it's been implemented over the last 2 to 3 decades.
Yeah, and the social media kind of helps with that in that aspect. So I think people are worried about having the Chinese social credit, but it's like it's already there with shame and whatever else you can think of on the internet. Like, oh, someone left. Oh no, it was your screen. Never mind. I saw something.
No, it was just me. It was just me trying to get the other window back.
Oh, but yeah, I just don't think people understand that the worry of the social credit has been here for quite some time, and it's called a social media platform.
Yeah, more or less. It has too much power, especially in the last years when the cancellation. You post something we don't like, and now you lose your job and shit. Yeah, of course it's already implemented, but it is not government sanctioned in the way that you will get minus points for buying too much booze yeah, I mean, it is almost there. It is almost there, actually. Yeah, you're right.
There are background systems running on government level, on corporation level. They all score you.
Yes! Noise! Woo!
What did I miss?
No, put him back up. He's the more important to this. Just put him back up there. Leave him up there.
Awesome.
Let's talk about noise for a second. It's getting really loud in here. All right, it's getting really loud.
So, noise on the show, you can find a contract with Head and Shoulders or a other shampoo company.
There you go.
Don't have to resort to Raid Shadow Legends.
Oh no, head and shoulders. That would be Phoenix.
Oh goodness.
Yeah. Phoenix likes to twirl his hair like in the commercials.
I still like the feature-length commercial called Evolution.
Ooh.
What's that?
I actually
The
do not
movie
know that
with
one.
Duchovny.
Yeah, and Orlando Jones. Yeah, Orlando Jones. Yep. And then I think who else was in it? I think Julianne Moore was in that too. Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Yep. I've never seen the movie full, but I've seen bits and pieces, so I know what you're talking about.
To watch the movie when they one of my favorite scenes, and there are many really funny ones, but when they remove the alien from the ass of the one guy, and Julian Moore is asking him, "Can I do anything for you? Do you have any wish? I'd like to have an ice cream. What flavor? My ass doesn't care."
Nice.
Okay,
I'd like a vanilla mint, please. Some lord, please give me a vanilla mint.
Make it minty it tingles.
Yeah. I feel refreshed with Everest mint. for those days when you climb mountaintops and feel refreshed.
Well, then it might be a little too much TMI for you guys to know that Biden's favorite ice cream is Rocky Road.
It's not a horrible one. I
Well,
mean,
you know,
Is there an ice
unfortunately,
cream called Brokeback Mountain?
unfortunately, that you know what everybody's talking about reminded me of those commercials where the woman looks over the other woman and is like, "Are you feeling fresh lately?" And then that led me to thinking, wait, okay, so women douche? Do gay men have to douche their asshole?
Depends how big your partner is.
yeah, they're douche either way, though.
It's funny
But
because
it-
douche is the French word for shower.
La douche.
Why am I not surprised?
Sure. Yeah. Okay. It's
Wants to be the next US president. We know that. Well, it's been revealed by the New York Times that he used his own PAC to boost his book sales, spending around $1.5 million to.
that has got to be. That's got to be at least slightly illegal, surely.
Well,
All I
come
hear
on.
is buy my book. Or I will do it. Whir.
Yeah.
Well, you know, a lot of these things in America are illegal, but nothing's really illegal if you're rich enough. And also, as a side note, yeah, okay, the French word for shower is douche. That's fitting, seeing how they're all a bunch of pussies.
God, this is even a joke from Red Dwarf. If either season 1 or season 2 of Red Dwarf, they go. It's a time travel story, but Lister ends up buying millions of copies of his own single to make it a hit.
What the fuck?
Buy copies of
That
his own
sounds more
book,
like
John,
season
and
2.
these purchases.
Sorry.
That sounded more like season 2.
Yeah, I mean it's time slides. I just can't remember if it was in season 1 or season 2. I think you're right though.
I'll find out.
It is definitely time slides.
Account for the bulk of the book sales that he has achieved. He bought 67,000 copies and he's only sold about 97,000.
Rita, it's almost comical. This guy has an ego, you know, the size of the great outdoors. That the real scandal here, in my opinion, is that the New York Times bestseller list is counting all of those sales to try to make Newsom's book a bestseller because they're trying to boost his presidential candidacy, even though that New York Times bestseller list has in the past discounted much smaller purchases that conservatives have made of their own books. So you see a little hypocrisy at work there in the bestseller list.
He's
actually
not
no interesting
actually
media.
trying to sell books. He's preparing the world for the next toilet paper crisis.
So, heads up, it's season 3, episode 5.
It's season 3. Okay.
Season 3.
Cool.
Yeah.
I didn't realize it was that new. I thought it was season 1 or 2. Okay, thank you.
Hey, it's okay. It's okay. I often don't
there's-
remember which episodes is and which seasons are either. It's hard to remember.
Stephen says, was his book a colour by numbers picture book by any chance?
Just two.
Perfect response.
Now let's go to your state and the squad member, Ilhan Omar, the Democrat congresswoman from the great state of Minnesota. She's feeling the heat, John. She's now claiming a filing error when questioned about her financial position. She was facing a potential congressional inquiry into her wealth, which she listed on a financial disclosure as being somewhere between 6 million and 30 million. Well, now she's revised that down to 18,000 to 95,000. And she doesn't seem keen on explaining herself.
Yeah.
Who did her taxes? Diane Abbott?
Rachel
Her husband.
A blind man at this point?
I guess non-Europeans won't really get it that quickly, but in the UK, one of the politicians in the Labour Party is Diane Abbott, and she was constantly getting calculations wrong to the point where people now call her Diane Abacus.
Wow.
Also, she's so left-leaning that she's literally wearing 2 left shoes.
No way.
Yeah.
That's
She's
crazy.
dreadful. Absolutely dreadful.
She's
No, he said
absolutely
literally.
moron.
That means she actually wears 2 left shoes.
Yeah, there was a picture of her wearing 2 left shoes. I don't know why, but probably going a bit senile. But the internet explained that she's so left-leaning she even wears 2 left
I
shoes.
got the joke, but that it's real is just that is the joke that writes itself.
Yeah.
And you just don't believe it's real. You need to ask
Yes.
again, seriously, she really did? I mean, come on. 2
And
left
also,
shoes. That's
yeah,
legendary.
and also during an interview some time ago, I can't remember what the interview was about, but she was having a conversation with, I don't know who, some straw man in her head, and the other person on the panel was like, Diane, who are you talking to?
Over there. It's right over there. Don't you see them?
Yeah, it's one of these. Is that that straw man? Is that person in the room right here with us?
Can you point at him?
You know what that reminds me of? It reminds me of what was that? The Monty Python skit where I can't remember what it was exactly, but it was John Cleese's character was seeing double of someone who was supposed to go on an expedition with them. He was like, he's seeing 2 of them, but there wasn't 2 there. He's talking like both of them right there. Yeah, that's funny.
I may go a little bit on a tangent, but I saw this video of someone who has schizophrenia.
Oh yeah.
And he trained his dog to respond if he's when he's talking to someone, he tells the dog to go and say hi. If the dog goes and says hi, then that's a real person. But if the dog sits there confused, then he knows he's hallucinating. I have to say that's pretty smart.
I was about to say that. I know schizophrenic people. They
both
always
part-
go mental sooner or later.
Yes,
Okay,
on
well,
both
it's
parts.
smart until he starts hallucinating his dog as well.
Yes, that is a problem, but you gotta try.
Mr. Barker, come here. Mr. Barker, come here. You don't have a dog. What's going on?
Right, we do have a lovely image here of Diane Abbott, so everyone can see who Sardoc's talking about.
Oh.
Damn!
Wow.
I was picturing something else, but
Wow. That does look like someone who would get the numbers wrong.
Look,
Looks like
are
someone
you-
who can keep
Are-
itself on a window.
Look, are you
It reminds me
really
of,
surprised?
I know. I'm not gonna say it. I'm not gonna say
Check the fucking Jew-hating scarf as well.
We know exactly why she's here. She's there for two reasons. Number one, she was banging Jeremy Corbyn. And number two, she's the DEIest DEI hire
of all time.
I just heard she was good with numbers, and I'm not seeing it, so that's all I know.
She's not good with numbers.
What was that Alex Belford used to call her? The Abapotamus or something?
Abacus. Abapotamus, yeah, I can see why.
I just call it awful. That's what I'll call it.
Okay, so
D all of the above.
Yeah. What was the other three? You don't want to know.
I think I'll call her Ian Abbott because I don't want to give her the D.
Nice. I got a slow clap for that one. Slow clap for that one. All right, that was pretty good.
I don't really care, Margaret.
Neither do I. But just call her D for the trouble. No, you should just call her D for the trouble she causes, like every other guy who has issues.
Yeah, she can stay vitamin D deficient.
Yeah.
She can stay deflated.
Okay.
What's the explanation? I have given them the
Oh, this
explanation.
is the
Do
same
you want to tell our
clip that we
viewers?
saw
I don't
earlier.
want to tell you.
Let's move on to the next
John,
look
how
at that.
does that even happen? How could she go from upwards of $30 million in wealth to somewhere between 18,000 and 95,000?
It's called
Come on.
fraud.
Well, Omar says that the 30
Absolutely.
It's also called being in
million-
Congress, which is also pointless. Oh, I'm sorry.
dollars
Was
was
say
a
those things?
mistake
I'm
by
sorry.
her accountant. Now,
Sorry, what was that one?
I said I'm sorry. Was I not supposed to say those things? I'm sorry. I didn't. I gotta watch it myself.
No.
No.
that is quite an error, but this is a serious matter, Rita. These numbers come from Omar's own legally required filings. That's the source of these numbers, and the ID.
Is that Gary Lineker next to her? By the way, fun little fact, Omar is the Welsh word for grandmother.
I don't want me Nana looking like that.
So that's-
Nanas are not loved.
So that's two ways she's in incest. That's an interesting faction right there.
Oh yeah, she's the one who married her brother, isn't she?
There you go. Now he gets it.
Yeah.
Yes, she's that one.
Well,
Oh
he's
dear.
getting time with ancestor research.
I mean, they do say it all stays in the family.
In more ways than one, it seems like.
Oh dear. Yeah, they found out on Ancestry.com.
Oh, fuck, burn.
Nice. You could say it was pretty easy to tell when there was only one bed in the bedroom.
You have to remember.
And publisher in one go.
You have to remember she comes from the culture where if she did find out that her parents were first cousins, but one of them was a Jew, she's going to be more mad about the Jew part.
Yep.
Yeah. Well said.
Wow, that's a deep burn right there. Wow.
She doesn't know whether she's worth $30 million or $18,000. Is absurd. Frankly, it's an insult to our intelligence.
I gotta count. She doesn't know if she's married to her brother or not. That's the real thing right there.
So I'm gonna disappear for a few minutes. I'll be back 5 or 10 minutes, something like that.
Okay, cool. See you in a bit.
He will
Cheers,
return
guys.
this summer. The noise returns.
John, some more breaking news. Ron DeSantis had lunch with President Trump. That's not breaking news, but the media reports coming out of this is that he is keen to be part of the Trump administration, and the role of Attorney General was discussed. But Axios says that DeSantis is 100% non-interested in the AG job, but he would be interested in two things: War Secretary or Supreme Court Justice. That would be his dream job, according to the publication. John, that would be quite an appointment, but of course there needs to be a vacancy on the Supreme Court.
Yeah, that's right, Rita. Ron DeSantis may be the most successful governor in American history, and I would love for him to have a role in the Trump administration. But Trump already has a Secretary of War, and unless DeSantis knows something that the rest of us don't, there is no vacancy on the Supreme Court. So I hope Trump can find something else for DeSantis. He's done as governor as of the end of this year.
Oh, wow. That's
Yeah.
interesting. I didn't know he was done at the end of the year for governor. But then again, I mean, he was kind of bashful against Trump in some manner or form. And at the end of the day, I don't, whoever takes his place, it's going to be interesting.
What he's done in Florida, really, that should serve as a model for governors of every state. What he's achieved there is astonishing. Before you go...
Obviously, we'll have to do like a full-on special on the midterms. I don't know how many of you and how long you could stay for if we do that. But like when the results start coming in, I'd like to cover as much of it live as I can. Obviously, that's not until November, so...
This talk about the Supreme Court comes as Justice Ketanji Brown Jackson has issued another soul-stinging dissent from the Supreme Court that upheld the authority of police to make a stop based on the totality of the circumstances. Her position in this case, John, is bordering on bizarre. She claims basically police did not have the right to intervene even after a call over a suspicious vehicle at 2 a.m. When the cops arrived, people ran from the vehicle and the remaining passenger began backing out of the parking lot with the doors of the car still open. And she still said...
It sounds like GTA now.
that wasn't grounds for a stop.
Yeah, what's going on here, Rita, is that the legal standard is whether the stop was reasonable based on reasonable suspicion based on the totality of the circumstances. The D.C. Court of Appeals did not correctly apply that standard because they explicitly excluded from consideration some of the circumstances, like the fact that when the police car approached, two passengers jumped out of the car and ran away, leaving one of the doors open. And then the driver started to back up with an open door. And that's not the totality of the circumstances test. And so Jackson here is really going the extra mile on behalf of a criminal defendant.
I mean, you could just go to any far-left protests and pluck an individual out and put them on the Supreme Court, and their rulings wouldn't be any different from this justice. I think she really sums up just how hopelessly inept the Biden administration was. That might be Biden's biggest mistake. John Hinderaker, thank you so much for your time tonight.
Right. I have another bit of a break here because obviously we don't want to just plough through this whole thing all at once. We do have another story that I've actually found since we've been online. Which I find very, very suspicious, so I'd like to know what you think about it. We have, this is in the UK, some networks are believed to be drawing up contingency plans to deal with spiralling prices. Mobile phone signal access could be rationed and charges raised at peak times because of soaring energy costs, networks have warned. The networks are highly energy intensive, but the telecom sector was left out of a recent expansion of government support scheme for power-hungry businesses. Now some are believed to be drawing up contingency plans to deal with spiralling prices. Measures set to be under consideration include restricting access to their networks in period of high demands or price surging, charging more at peak times. The measures, being modelled behind closed doors, of course, are expected to affect mainly voice calls and mobile data, reports trade publication Business Matters. They represent a worst case scenario. Firms have warned help is needed for the networks, which are critical national infrastructure used by most of the population. Virgin Media and O2 said the networks couldn't be overlooked if the government wants growth, productivity and resilience. Vodafone 3 urged the government to consider the impact of rising energy prices on the vital telecom sector that unlocks growth in all parts of the economy, as well as rationing options including slowing speeds to lower energy usage. And bosses have also said they may need to re-examine plans to expand 5G. The government says networks are legally obliged to maintain network coverage. It announced last week it was expanding companies eligible for the industrial competitive scheme from 7 to 10,000. These companies will be exempt from 3 green levies on their electricity bills, cutting costs by up to 25%. So, I mean, I find that, like I say, incredibly suspicious. I doubt that it's got much to do with energy costs, although we do have the highest energy costs in the European area.
Well, yeah, because I think it was, especially during like summer, like many of you don't have air cons, and even with air cons, it's still quite expensive. So once summer comes around again, I mean, I can't imagine that those prices won't soar a little higher because of what you're using and all that stuff. Which, I know last year a lot of people were making fun of the UK because of it getting hot and all that stuff. Like 70, I think it was like 78 degrees or something like that. But I think the point of it is like, from talking to, I think, like Tomby and a few others from the UK, like it's the humidity factor that was an issue. Plus, your homes in the UK are made to keep in heat, not release it like American homes are, at least in some areas.
Yeah,
So-
exactly. I mean, like if I go to Barcelona, then it can be twice as hot as it is over here, and it doesn't bother me. It's absolutely the humidity that's the issue.
Yeah, and I don't see that
But-
changing anytime soon, because I think last year it was as bad as what I guess some were saying. I mean, again, there's a difference between Louisiana humidity, right? Louisiana humidity, heat, and then you have the UK people who are haven't experienced that for quite some time. So,
I have Triple J, by the way. Hello, mate. Thank you for coming.
Oh, there will be all the chase. Hi.
Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I was not tending to the chat too much. I got lazy again. Keyboard is on the desk. My feet are on the table. I'm sorry.
Yeah, what I'm worried about with this is, to me, it seems like it's an excuse to cut people off. You know?
Yeah, it sounds very scary and dangerous. It's just another excuse to
Surveillance-based
enact more
blackouts.
fucking control. And people,
Mm.
and they just see how will people react. Will they just take it again? Yeah, because if they do, the next thing is on the horizon that would be worse. They are pushing all the time for shit that is not necessary. I mean,
Yeah.
there
Yeah,
is, of
I think
course,
it's all,
a reason
I think
to
it's like mainly to try and shut people up, because like I know that the government are looking into trying to ban Twitter over here.
Yeah, they really do. They don't like it at all that people can actually exchange their minds.
And yet they get really, really upset when people start talking to Mr. Musk about his Starlink and stuff. It's almost as though people are willing to go to people that you don't like because you're being a bitch about it.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, let's be
I'm allowed
honest.
to
It's
call you a
just all
bitch.
because Keir Starmer doesn't want to be called a twat. He don't want to be the twat waffle. So we need to ban Twitter because people call him that there all the time. It is twat waffle Starmer.
Indeed. So, Chancellor Rachel Reeves, who is absolutely dreadful, by the way, for anyone who doesn't know, said the move would help businesses to compete, win, and create good jobs across the country. Business Secretary Peter Kyle said the expansion demonstrated that the government was acting decisively to take the number one issue that businesses face head on. The mobile industry has warned it must not be overlooked for support measures. Serious oversight. It raises real questions about which parts of the economy this government actually considers strategically important. Well, that's what I'm saying. I think this is a strategy. It's a strategy to shut us up.
Yeah.
Yeah, not only
No,
that, there will be, of course, control.
That's about all the information we need for that one.
It's scary and sad.
And you can see where it says the Strait of Hormuz also played into it too, which would make sense as well.
Yeah. Played havoc with oil and gas markets. We do know that the price of electricity is linked to the price of gas and has risen up by a third since the conflict started. Now, the thing is, that's been done to us on purpose because our energy is more expensive than, it's one of the most expensive in the world. I think it's a lot more expensive than America and almost any other parts of Europe. So, they could sort that out if they wanted to. The problem is that all of our oil fields have been given to Norway, and then we buy our own oil back off of Norway.
Why was that?
Because it's I think Rishi Sunak's plan to hit net zero. So instead of actually hitting net zero, it looks like we do because we're not doing the drilling. It's absolute bull. It really is.
Yeah, same joke everywhere else too.
Yeah, but that's the I mean, for an economic value, that's like a country tearing off its arm and saying, here, you can use this extra arm to cook with and stuff. But you basically gave the one thing that you kind of need to work and all that. I mean, it's really backhanding yourself and saying you're a winner. It's the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
It is. It's quite unbelievable, really.
I'm so sorry. I feel so bad for the people in the UK. I mean, Europe is cooked, but the UK, they are boiling like that. It's overcooked already.
Well, and you think about it too, is right. There's an independence with that, right? Otherwise, you're depending on Russia and all of them to give you oil. But I don't know what the.
Well, it's more actually the natural gas from Russia that most of Europe is dependent on for the heaters in the winter and shit like that. I mean, the oils they were
so
like.
your pictures disappeared.
Yeah, something happened. I was hearing nothing for like 5 seconds. I don't know what that one was. Yeah, I will try to make it work again. Because for me it
Miss
still shows.
Sparkles is here. Apparently, she has an opinion on Dara.
Yeah, that's okay. She can say what you want. I still be what I am, which is awesome, by the way.
Indeed. Right, let's get back over to.
Is the picture back?
Is the pitch back? Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
Is the name
Well
still
done.
there, or do I need to write that one again too?
Yeah, it's all there.
Okay,
Everything's
thanks,
how it should
thanks.
be.
No, it says unknown artists.
Cool. Let's go.
Well, two of the AFL's biggest clubs in Melbourne and Carlton are in talks to stage the first game in support of mental health next season. This comes off the back of Carlton player Elijah Holland's mental health episode in Thursday's game against Collingwood. Hollands, who has a history of mental illness, was admitted to hospital on Monday night as the club continues to investigate how he came to take the field and stay there for the majority of the game. Joining me now to discuss this and more is Sky News contributor Didi Dunleavy. Didi, I wrote about this earlier in the week for the Herald Sun. How was this allowed to happen? This young man was failed by his club, and we had literally people on the upper decks of the MCG notice that there was something dreadfully amiss with him, and yet all of the support staff, the assistant coaches, the coach, the medical team, nobody did anything.
It's staggering, absolutely staggering. And if we believe what we're being told, the opposition team were talking about it, they noticed. His coach had his arm around him. If you couldn't see that someone had something wrong from that distance, then you're not doing your job properly. Look, they're in talks to put on this mental health round, and that's a good thing. The more we can spread the message to the public that speak up if you have got something wrong, don't be shy. Even big, strong football players, can put their hand up occasionally and say, I'm struggling. But what we don't want to happen is for Carlton or the AFL to go, good, dealt with that, that's fixed. Because there are serious questions here to be answered, as you just pointed out. We need to know how this happened, how he slipped through the cracks, because every time I see the footage from that game, I feel like crying.
It is.
I imagine it's probably greed, and they just wanted the player that they paid for to be on the field. But
yeah, that's gotta be it.
Yeah, I guess I am getting a little bit cynical.
No, that's about it.
Yeah.
They are assets, not even mercenaries, just assets.
Yep.
so sad, and we're waiting for Carlton to finish their investigation, and then we'll see if the AFL take any action. But even WorkSafe is involved now because this is a workplace, and I think there's going to need to be some transparency, and that's something the AFL is not often good at.
No, they're not. And, you know, while I don't think this round will do any harm, we already have one. In 2019, the former captain of the St Kilda Football Club, Danny Frawley, died by suicide. And we have every year, the St Kilda Footy Club, I'm a supporter, a Spuds game. And it's about mental health, where footballers get up and talk about this and say, speak to your mates, ask them, is everything okay? And still the message hasn't got through to people in power who are running a football club. I think there's a lot still to be uncovered in this particular incident.
Now let's go to the world of radio.
Anyone else got anything to add on that one before we move on to the next story?
Well, athletes rarely can string two words together in a coherent sentence, so the probability to recognize that they are off the rails is not that high.
Yeah, and especially in a sport like that where they do get hit in the head a lot. Well, they do.
I know. It's not a joke. It's not a joke.
It's not. It's not like soccer or American football.
Yeah.
They're pretty much railing at each other the whole time.
Yeah.
Even still over here, because I you know,
Americans also head to head.
there's a reason that they've been reflecting on their equipment too. Like there's no one way to fuck yourself over when it comes to sports. Trust me, they'll find a way. But yeah.
Oh, by the way, welcome back, Noise.
Will be in martial arts, of course, and boxing is the worst one. I mean, you got knocked so much in the face, it will do permanent damage, no matter what. If you're successful or not, you boxed enough, you make enough fights, yeah, your brain is kind of fucked. Look at IDOBS.
Yeah, I was literally going to add that. Look at IDOBS, yeah. Yeah. Well. Okay, so let's see.
What you know better than most. New details have been revealed about an alleged off-air rant that Kyle Sandilands is said to have directed at Jackie O. Henderson. This was months before their infamous split and that whole debate about astrology. It's been reported that Sandilands told Henderson to, quote, get your effing shit together or don't effing bother coming back in an off-air argument, Dee Dee. That's robust, but I would argue not unusual for two people who work closely together to have these sorts of disagreements.
Yeah, well, I was part of a radio duo for more than 2 decades. Actually,
I thought she was going to say, yeah, I was just about to tell you to fuck off.
I need to admit, I thought that too.
Spoke to my long-term partner and friend, Grabby, the other day about this particular story, and he said that the fact that, and it was a good point, the fact that Kyle had a go at Jackie in the incident that in February that caused the end of their show, the fact that he raised it on air tells you that it was probably more part of the act, you know, like I would say to him occasionally, oh, what are you doing, you loony, what are you going on about? You know, it's the kind of banter, but the fact that
I mean, I've had something like this. When I was in a band with my ex, we were doing a radio show appearance, and there was like a long break where they were playing a long song, and we both smoked at the time, so we went outside for a cigarette. And then I mentioned something that I didn't like that she'd said, and she got a right strop on with me, and it took me like 10 minutes to convince her to come back in and finish the interview. But, you know, that was like, I'm not blaming her, that was like 50-50. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, maybe 51 her, 49 me, but, you know, it takes two to tango. So
okay. Here's the thing. The one that is in the right is often the one that is more, well, not offended, because the one that is in the wrong, they will be the one that walk away from the situation more likely. That's just the truth in such situations.
Oh, thank you very much, Roadkill. Appreciate it.
What happened?
Roadkill came by to drop a like for us.
Oh, that's nice of him.
That's nice.
Awesome.
Yeah, as I said, I'm not up in the chat all the time. I like to sit back and enjoy myself here.
Cool.
It's late.
Now hearing that there was incidences behind the scenes, blow-ups and stuff, and now the company that owns KISS, their station, is saying that Kyle made this environment where they couldn't have a relationship. Sorry to be harsh, but you're not there for a relationship.
Yeah.
It is great if you're friends and you get on. You're there to provide that radio station, that business, with a good radio show. So,
and the station has, over the years, pushed that banter, that hostility, the fights. It often would feature on their promos.
Yeah.
So can't now say this is conduct that is deserving of a sacking and their contract's been torn up, when it's something they actually encourage with their promotions.
And everything, you're right, and everything that I've read of things they're saying that are the things that brought the relationship undone is him saying things along the lines of, you're off with the fairies, you're not working hard enough, you're not concentrating, you're not bringing content. Those are all things that tell you he was very caring about how the quality of the show was.
Yeah.
And that perhaps she was not, in his mind, pulling her weight.
Pulling her weight.
Yeah.
I mean, this is the thing. Kyle Sandilands can be very polarising and divisive. He would own up to that, but he cares about the program and he cares about the content. That's obvious. Now, let's go to some explosive...
Okay, anything else before the next subject?
Well, I don't know that radio show and shit, so I have not too much to say. I'm sorry to report.
Well, off topic, but for anybody who, the saying hi to Roadkill, and is like, oh, I haven't seen you in a while. Well, he's often on my Monday show, so if you care to drop by my show on Mondays, you're highly likely to see him there. So, there's that.
Good.
No, I was typing that more as a joke because it's been like 2 hours.
Oh.
Oh, come on.
There we go, the next subject. I think, yeah, it's actually, it's the subject after this is one that I really wanted to cover. So we'll have a pause before then and go over a little article, and then we can finish on that.
I wrote on. It's time.
Oh, you got to go. Okay, so do you want to...
Time for
do
you.
a little outro?
Yeah. Hello, everyone. Thank you for letting me on here again. I feel so wonderfully. Thank you for at least allowing me to come back out again. I appreciate it, Rhoda. But again, my link is I think one of the mods has posted my link in the chat.
Yeah, it was above. I can post it again. Give me a sec.
No, you're fine. My link is there. You can find my stuff there because I'm on multiple places. But I'll be on with. Of course, I'll be on another show later. But I will be on with Lieutenant Giratina tomorrow at 5 p.m. Eastern. So if you know him and like to see him, well, he'll be on then. So look out for that. But yeah, thank you again, Rhoda, for inviting me on, and of course all the nice people, seeing your faces again. Hugo, Noise, of course, Jen and Sardoc, thank you, and Lilith too. I can't forget Lilith. Don't want that thrown in my face. Don't want and that guy forgot me. That dirty son of a bit. But anyway, thank you all so much, and of course, I hope you all have a great rest of your evening, and I will see you all next time. All right?
Okay, fantastic. Thank you for coming, man. We'll talk soon.
You too. All right. Have a good night, guys.
Have a good one. Bye.
Bye.
I don't know. The mental image of you crawling out of the screen like the Ring Girl is still funny to me, Lilith.
Yeah. Funny enough, some days ago, Elijah posted a picture of the Ring Girl coming out of the well, and she was like, "That's me before my coffee," and I was like, "Yeah, that's me in general."
No, that would be Lilith crawling out of her liquor bottles and cigarette butts and ashes like that.
Irish coffee, then.
Irish.
Text from the crisis PR firm actress Rebel Wilson has hired, which described her as effing nuts, as Wilson deals with a defamation lawsuit from a fellow actress. Charlotte McInnes, the young star of Rebel Wilson's musical film The Deb, is suing her for defamation over a series of social media posts. McInnes claims Wilson falsely suggested in Instagram posts that she had privately confided in her about being sexually harassed by one of the film's producers. Dede Wilson is also accused of orchestrating a smear campaign against Amanda Ghost by alleging that Ghost was involved in sex trafficking. I mean, this is heavy stuff.
It is, and I know we have to be careful. The case is ongoing. There's probably another 7 days still to play out. I personally find Rebel Wilson's behaviour quite odd, even just her arrival at the court. It was as though she was on the red carpet. She thought she was...
But imagine that. And also, what a stupid name.
Wait, her name is stupid?
Her name is stupid. Her name is Rebel.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I heard stupider.
I mean, not that anybody's names aren't stupid according to somebody. Everything sounds different to different people, but that to me sounds very, very strange.
Meghan Markle. Hey guys, how are we all going? It was very odd when you've been accused of behaviour that, as we've heard today, Charlotte McGuinness's boyfriend has given some evidence about how torturous she found the alleged Instagram posts. Or no, actually, I think Rebel Wilson has admitted posting those. She just argues about the intent of the content of them. But it sounds like that poor young woman was absolutely tortured, having panic attacks and nightmares as a result of it. It's really nasty stuff. So we'll have to wait and see how this plays out.
And it's not the first defamation action Rebel Wilson has been involved in. She was on the other side previously, had a big win here in Australia. So yeah, we'll keep an eye on this one. Now, Harry and Meghan, we've got to talk about them. I've tried.
Yeah, this is the one that we're going to have a look at. It'll probably take a little bit longer to get through because I'm sure at least a couple of us are going to have an awful lot to say about those two idiots.
It's okay. Merkel is a bit of a poo stain. It does take a couple of rinses.
Yeah.
Maybe vinegar,
Wasn't there something like she sells like $64 candles or some bullshit?
Yeah.
And using the royalty to do so that she so much despises? Wasn't that the hypocritical thing, that last thing she did recently? I mean, I'm not keeping... I'm not keeping much up with this.
The only time we keep up with her is when she inserts herself into like, hey, you need to know this. And we're all like, no, we don't care.
Yeah.
I'm not
the magical privacy tour, of course.
Yeah, that was... Oh, yeah. I remember that one. Here's the thing. I'm not even interested in this, and still I know. What the fuck? I mean, seriously. She overdoes this shit.
So we did touch on this on Will's show yesterday, but I did want to have a little go over it again because it's it's Hassan Piker making a twat of himself. So what's not to like?
Hamas Didi Piker, Palpatine Piker. Oh boy, I hate this guy so much.
Nice. Did we cover this on your show as well? I don't think we did. I definitely covered it on Will's show.
No, I don't. Not this in particular.
No. Hassan Piker attacks gamers' family values over Pragmata. Which
that one I know already.
Doing quite well. I've just pressed the wrong button. There we go. And there's Hassan looking like a pillock as always.
Pillock. That's another word. It's another one of those words.
Wearing some kind of dressing gown, which probably cost £30,000.
Yeah. The socialist with the communist with the Gucci bag.
Yeah, the communist with the Gucci bag. Nice.
I did steal that from Naxenor. That's not on my... That's what he says. He sings it even nicely.
Twitch streamer Piker is receiving backlash for comments directed to fans of new game Pragmata. Viral clip shared by Grums the controversial internet personality, I would argue he doesn't have a personality, mocks players who feel emotionally connected to the father-daughter dynamic of the action-adventure game. What began as a blunt critique has slowly evolved into a broader cultural discussion about storytelling, empathy, and who gets to relate to certain narratives. I mean,
Yeah, he has no soul. There is a dookie where the soul should be. He cannot relate to anything. He thinks that graping is fine if they're Israelis and if they're underage and stuff like that. He likes the goat's butt. I don't know what he does with the dogs besides shocking it, but this person has no soul. That much I know.
yeah.
No, I need to say something here. I was really shocked. This game, I did not play it and I did not really watch it. I watched some clips, and it is a very wholesome game that people with a soul would just have a bit of connection to because it's very human. And I saw so many people show their face again, how fucking ugly they are, all over the place. I mean, no surprise that Hamas Didi Piker did it. I mean, who's surprised at that one? But he's not the only one. All those nasty people are going
Stephen
bonkers.
says Stephen says Pillock is too polite for Latspacker, to be honest.
Oh no, they're on again.
Well, we're living in an age where wholesome things that get released are attacked. That alone should tell you everything you need to know.
Actually,
Yeah.
yes.
Pretty
Noise,
much,
noise
yeah.
brought it on. Yeah, that's actually, yeah, that's in it in a nutshell. Very well said. Mm.
Indeed, indeed. Okay, released earlier this month, Fragmata follows Hugh Williams, a hardened security officer navigating a devastated lunar research station. After a catastrophic AI malfunction wipes out his team, he forms a bond with Diana, a childlike android designed to resemble a young girl. Critics and players alike have praised the game's emotional depth. There's a shot of the game. Does actually look pretty good.
Oh, I think it's nice.
While comparisons have been made to other sad dad titles like The Last of Us, which has been re-released so many times that I've started calling The Can't Be Asked of Us. The story of Pragmata is being called hopeful and life-affirming. Some games provide experiences that are incredibly immersive as players engage with and live out the narrative through the characters. Many players, regardless of whether they have children, report that the story resonates on a deeply human level. Notably, Hassan Piker is not critiquing the gameplay, but the heartfelt reaction to the traditional values that the game displays. The viral clip and its fallout. In the viral clip posted by Grums, Piker said, "If you're a fucking lonely gamer who has never been around with a woman and will never have sex with a woman, why would you care? Like, why do you care about having children or like riding for having children?" I don't quite know how he means by that. His remarks, delivered in a mocking tone, frame this type of engagement as inauthentic or even pathetic.
I mean, he did say he prefers sex with humans, so deal with this
Yeah,
information what you want.
we actually know what that means.
Yeah.
Meh.
So maybe he'd like the android if she was half goat.
Mm-hmm.
The streamer goes on to suggest that gamers, his primary audience, might be more concerned about changes to the recipe of hot Cheetos or Dr. Pepper. These stereotypical examples, he argues, are the lived experiences and things gamers know and should care about. Piss off. Piss off.
Yeah,
Online
that
reaction
also
with
shows
media.
me how small his mind is. Reducing people to one fucking
I really thought you were
tablet.
going to say penis then.
No. He's reducing people to one pamphlet, and that's all they are because he likes the word very simple and not even worth a thought because he cannot think for himself. He is not capable of critical thought whatsoever. This piece of shit is seriously deranged. I mean, this post shows it again. I mean, it's not the first time. He does this all the time. I'm so confused that even one person subscribes and looks at this shit, or that he is not permabanned from any platform because he should.
Typically, the argument is, oh, you want a sexualized woman in a video game? You're a gooner. You jerk it to it, and you gotta sexualize all of them and do all this. Now it's like, well, we're gonna make a game with a little girl, a father figure, and he's protecting her. She's all cute, and somehow the other side is still found a way to make this about sex, which is highly disturbing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it
that
is
one.
very
No,
concerning.
that is the other side of it all. Sam Piker was just attacking the gamers that just enjoyed the human element of it and were considering, yeah, actually I kind of want to have kids, and then he just goes, yeah, you were never gonna have kids. What are you talking about? I mean, he's funny. He's like what, over 40, and has no wife and kids himself. So shut the fuck up. I mean, which woman would be stupid enough to take this seed? It is reserved for the goats.
Alyssa Mercante.
Mercanti, but she wouldn't grow anything from it. She'd spit it out.
Well, here's
Or
she'd
swallow it.
have brought it because
she'd half throw it
she's
and
had
then cut it
abortions.
Here's the irony of it all. Hassan, if somebody simply just makes a mod where the little girl ends up being dressed like a Muslim girl, you would play the shit out of it because you would. You would. And here's the thing. I think that sexualizing kids. I think that when your culture decides that a 3-year-old or less needs to be in a hijab because you think they're sexualized, that's you projecting. So you acting like you wouldn't play the same fucking game if they just added a mod like that is absolute crap. Here's the difference though. The people responding to you are big brothers. You know, they're people who've grown up with other children in their life, unlike you, because we know where your family came from, you know? And I hate to break it to you, like younger men start at a young age looking out for their sisters, their cousins. Sometimes it's just the neighbor next door.
Yeah, it's exactly like I was saying to Will yesterday. Like we discussed it, and both of us had younger kids at school that we would protect from bullies.
Yeah, I was
It's a natural
lurking.
thing
I
to
was
do.
not in the chat, but I was
Well,
listening, and yeah, the
I
protected role of man is real.
I I had 4 sisters and of course a mother. Didn't have a good relationship with any of them. They didn't look out for me. They didn't protect me. It doesn't matter. It comes to children. No, fuck no, you don't. You don't. For one, you don't think about children that way. You absolutely protect the children. What the fuck is wrong with people to even question this?
Yeah. Grooms and others, and others in the gaming space pushed back, arguing that this perspective undermines one of the storytelling's most fundamental strengths, its ability to foster empathy beyond personal experience. Ultimately, stories, books, film, and video games included allow people to step into unfamiliar world and feel something real without needing direct experience. Pragmata demonstrates that paternal and family-centric stories continue to resonate commercially and emotionally, countering claims that such themes only appeal to narrow demographics. And there's another pretty cool shot of the game.
Yeah, that's the funny thing. That's the narrative they want you to believe. Sorry, but 90% of humans still want a family and believe in values that are time tested because they are hold your horses natural. They are in our DNA, and you cannot change reality as much you want. And they try and they fail, and it is very nasty to see how much influence they got because there's something wrong with them. Definitely, there's something wrong with them. Because for us, that is a no-brainer. No one on our side of the spectrum, which is the majority, would say anything nasty about this game. You would maybe say, yeah, it's not really for me because I like this and that kind of thing, not about it. But no one would attack it like they do. That is just sickening to see.
So it's a slight aside. Capcom, another win for them. Like they just got a load of praise for finally allowing the original 32-bit Resident Evil games to come to Steam, and now they're releasing this game that's been really, apart from people like Hassan, universally acclaimed. So well done there.
Yeah, Capcom did bounce back a bit. Yeah.
The comments from Pico on Pragmata may have amplified the very message they sought to diminish. By questioning why players would care, the controversy has drawn more attention as to why they do. When a video game about safeguarding a childlike android makes players ponder real-world family and protection, a truly isolated perspective may belong to those who cannot fathom why anyone would care. Yeah, exactly. in the end, the conversation surrounding Bugmulter is less about one streamer's remarks and more about a fundamental question: does empathy require experience, or is imagination enough? So,
Yeah, either you have it or you have it not. That is not something you learn. You have empathy or you don't have it, and most people just have it. It is in your DNA. You will
yeah,
look out for the babies, you will look out for the cute animals, you will look out for the weaker ones. That is when you have a good soul, what you just do without even
Well,
thinking about it.
who lacks empathy is sociopaths and psychopaths.
yeah, Hassan likes. We have Byron of Sidious here. McCarthy would have his spawn vacuumed out. That has seen more scrapings than a dental clinic. Nice. Nice.
That was brutal. I like it.
Apparently, all the Jays liked your comment there, Lilith. Yeah,
Yeah, sorry, I'm at the moment not in the chat. I'm so lazy.
not having empathy is just it's something that people like us can't understand. It's got to be a mental illness, surely.
Yeah, well, as Lenoy said, psychopaths don't have it, and sociopaths learn to ignore it. They would have it, but they killed it for different reasons.
Well,
there are
they
many
have it. They reflect on how does this affect me, and they have it
Yeah.
internally, singularly, only to themselves. If it applies other ways, they don't see it.
Yeah, sociopaths are a wider spectrum, and they would have the capability of empathy, but for some other this and that reason, they will often decide against it and ignore it, things like this. But they would be capable of it. Psychopaths are actually born without it. They cannot feel empathy because their brain is not capable. Funny enough, not every psychopath is violent and nasty. They are just, yeah, they don't have empathy.
It's also one of the things that they like to do is they like to make a play with words. And they'll switch up the meaning behind words in between use of them. So like empathy is an example. The only reason I'm bringing it up is because they tried to tan Charlie Kirk Raw for empathy when it's being misused. Empathy is really like, okay, I actually kind of get where this person's coming from because I've been in their boots. Like there's times where like I can't really entirely put myself into somebody's boots, like I can sympathize with the story that I've heard. I can imagine what it would be like to a certain degree, but I've never been through that before. So that empathy is a little bit blocked by that experience thing. And it's why like to a certain degree parents can be empathetic for each other because they can imagine it with their own kids, you know? Um and people who don't have kids, it's not that I can't imagine it. I absolutely can. It's a human biology that I'm reacting to where like, yeah, I can imagine, but I still don't have that experience, because I don't have the experience of actually holding my own baby. Like I don't have the experience of bearing one for 9 months and then holding it afterwards and then caring and loving it afterwards. I can imagine everything past that, but I haven't gone through that experience. So
Of course, there will
it,
be a difference, but it is not. Yeah, there will be a difference, of course. People who actual are parents, they understand this whole thing way more deeply. But it doesn't change the fact that everyone that is normal can develop
yes.
the feelings of empathy and the sense of protection, because we all do all our lives anyway. Not all of us are blessed enough to be parents. Of one way or the other, but it would be there and it is capable. And you will have, for example, maybe a niece or a cousin or as Rhoda said, just a neighbor's kid or someone else or just your little sister or whatever, or even little brother in my case, that you would look out for. So being
Yeah.
Well,
protective
well,
I
that's
literally taught my
normal.
next door neighbour's kid to climb a ladder.
well, let me speak as a parent. I've had
Yeah.
3 kids, raised them. They're grown. It's way the fuck different than having a kid you watch after. the bond is a million times deeper. It becomes a whole new thing, whole new level beyond anything you could probably
Okay.
wrap your head around without having experienced it.
Yeah, I
It's
always assume that that's why I'm so sad and broken because I'm missing this. I
well,
was assuming this. Yeah, thank you for
Yeah, same, to be perfectly
clarifying
honest.
this.
well, the reason I put it this way is because say we were all on the search for a lost child, and I'm not meaning to throw you out here, Noise, but you're the one with the kids, so I'm going to borrow you for it. Say one of your kids got lost. All of us are going to be concerned that your child has gotten lost, but the difference is this is your child. You
Yeah, you
know,
would
like you're
freak
you're going to be
out.
losing your mind. So while all of us are going to be like, shit, well, what can we do to help you? You're going to be hyper focused on the fact that this is your kid. And at the end of the day, I can sympathize with that. You know, and to
I,
a
I
certain point.
briefly, I briefly had, one of my kids didn't come back on the school bus one day, and people were sitting around. It's like, oh, by the way, you can't find your kid. It's like, and they were, it's like, well, get up off your goddamn asses, and you better start looking right the fuck now. Because fuck no, what the hell were they thinking? Just sitting there oh, well, by the way, your kid's gone.
Like instantaneously, I know
That's
that there's like
awful.
could be a different. like,
Just quickly, Byron saying, secondary clarification to bear in mind here is the deployment of terms. A psychopath is not the same as a psychotic. The two are distinct. Byron, if you want to jump on the panel, you're more than welcome, mate. Just DM me and I'll send you the link.
Yeah, you're always welcome, and I actually know that there is a distinction, but if I needs to define it right now, I would fail. So better you jump on and fucking do it, because I would maybe fail. Because psychotic I think is when you are like lost your shit, like you acting irrational and doing shit that actually is psychotic, while a psychopath is actually very collected, just missing empathy, like they don't
So
care, but they
when
don't
when
do weird
somebody
shit.
when somebody has a kid come up missing, and it's in your area, I mean, you can actually get up off your ass and do something. You're a little piece of shit if you don't. If you're
Yeah,
going,
yeah,
oh, their kid's
absolutely.
missing, boo-hoo for them. What can I do?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, that's crap.
And it's like, even if I see like random posts on X, like if it's in a completely different country and they say like, oh, okay, please retweet this because we're looking for a missing kid, of course you're going to do it.
I mean, that's nothing. That's nothing. If you cannot do that, what the fuck are you worth?
Anyway, I will be back in just a couple of seconds, okay? You guys try and keep things going.
Okay. I mean, we have a good topic here. Well, that shouldn't be an issue. So yeah, I think Noise made a very, very interesting and strong point, because I don't know it myself, but I was always sure about this simple fact that there is a very big difference in having kids yourself. I mean, everyone that I know, that they became a parent, they changed in a way that is very strong. They
Well,
will
for
never go
one,
back to who they were.
without kids, you think you're an adult, and you are largely an adult, but you're not the same kind of adult that you become when you become a parent and you fulfill the parent duties all the way through. It changes you on a deep level, and you learn responsibility in the most harsh way. You're
Yeah,
forced to learn it. You're forced to grow in ways you never thought you could.
I
yeah,
can
that's.
absolutely confirm that.
Come again? Sorry, I didn't hear.
I can absolutely confirm that.
Yeah, everything I know would they confirm that too without having the experience. But every person I met, they changed forever, in a positive way. There will be some exceptions that they are not that good of parents, but still they would do their best and they would change forever. And it's just very natural. Always people ask themselves, yo, what's the meaning of life? Yeah, fucking get kids and raise them right, you dumbass. It's not fucking rocket science. And
Yeah.
I'm getting a bit sad, of course, that I cannot have this. I wish I had. I would be a better person if I had kids. I mean, look at me. I'm kind of lost.
I think it's I think
I
it's
think
the
that's equally true of me, to be honest, Lilith. I totally get that.
Yeah,
Well, I think it's
you can be honest about it. Why not?
I think it's where we are in the conversation. Like if you were to go to like a community center where, yeah, you were going to listen to what the parents have to say to like the administration over the last couple of years. Now, am I there on behalf of their kids? In my mind, yes. I'd like to think that I'm standing with the parents because I do see a lot of stuff up here where I'd like to. I don't want to speak on their behalf, you know, because they know their own kids. You know, they know their own family groups and they actually do have that emotional bond. What I have is an outsider's look at what looks like a system that is systematically targeting families, targeting their kids, making it harder for them to function, making it harder for all of us to function. And then they do it playing it off of my feelings, which does sometimes work because yeah, I don't think I need to be involved in everybody's decision or life making skills, but at the same time, I don't like seeing people suffer either. I'm not a douche, you know?
You're not French. You're not French. We are, you know,
What's
the
happened to
dudes
Noise?
come from there. I don't know.
He's
I'm here.
I mean, I see him, but
Oh,
you know.
oh yeah, I couldn't see you because you're up on this bit.
Yeah, you confused me. You confused me, Rhoda.
Yeah, I confused myself as well. Right, so I was planning on making this show a bit shorter than normal. The reasons being A, that I knew Dara could only stay for 2 hours, and B, yesterday I did 5 hours with Will and then another 6 hours with Noise. But that's not really looking like it's going to be the case because for the second time since we've been live, a news story that I want to cover has come out. So if we've all got time, I'll add another story to the docket.
You do as you like. I'm okay with a long show. I'm okay
Or
with a
if at
short.
least 3 of us have got time.
You do like as you want.
Okay, so let's carry on with this Lefties Losing It bit for a second, and then we'll come to the news story, which literally only came out an hour and a half ago.
Oh.
Avoiding it. I've kept it to the latter part of this chat, but their desire for cashing in on their royal family and their titles really knows no limits. Meghan has now been called out for using her children's royal titles to sell overpriced candles. The new range of candles will be released in time for Mother's Day. What happy news. And $64, Dee Dee. Really? No, thank you.
Well, especially when you consider there's an entertainment reporter in the US called Link Lauren. He ordered one just for the fun of it.
Oh, I love Link. Yeah, we've had him on this program.
It came without a...
Oh, I got my days wrong. Like yesterday morning I did 6 hours with Noise, but that was after having done 5 hours with Will beforehand, and then I did another show with Will yesterday afternoon. So
you do.
I have been streaming a lot this week.
Yeah, you need to be careful to not burn out. I need to admit, when I still was on Noise's show, doing only 4 shows a week, actually started to be a bit draining.
You know,
Well, I'm doing a minimum of 7 at the moment.
Yeah, I know.
the 2 here, 2 with Noise, at least 3 with Will, and then when we can, me and Sardoc are doing gaming streams as well. So,
Well, I would say at least take a day, pick a day, and do no streaming. In fact, if you can, stay completely away from the internet for that whole day.
yeah.
Just play a game in private or something. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I've only got like 2 weeks left before I have to go back to work. But when I go back to work, I will probably not be online on, say, Mondays, which doesn't affect your show much because for me that's Tuesday morning. But
I kind of expect that it'll be what I do because like if I get a job, then I'm planning to probably just plan to not be available for the first couple weeks until I know what my schedule actually is.
yeah, that's fine.
I had a regular once. You know, Lilith knows. What's his name? He you know, he was a heavy Christian, right?
Oh yeah, Trophy Paradigm. Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, he got a job and never heard from him again. But hey, you know,
Well,
great if he's
same
doing
here.
good. He's doing
I was
good.
going to do a show with him. I was going to do a show with him about the X Files.
Yeah, I'm actually
But
kind
since
of
he got a
worried
job, I
because
can hardly get hold of him.
he's not online at all anymore. Like not even in Discord. I tried to get hold of him. I did talk with him like 3 times after he had a job and wasn't much at shows no more. But then suddenly he just wasn't online no more. So I am unsure what the situation there is.
Well, okay, well, he's older than the rest of us for one.
That's
You know,
true.
no doubt it has health conditions. His wife has health conditions, plus a job. I mean, yeah, I don't blame him. I mean, you decide how you like. I don't need this much of a load on me. It's gonna be too much, and of course, life, family, money, it comes first, obviously.
Definitely.
It's also the market depending on where you are. Like with where I am, it's not that I don't have like different experience in field. It's just the market really seems to be like, well, if you're lucky, you're going to get something in the evening, and it's like, well, I can't be a beggar. I have to choose, you know, and that'll just be how it is.
Yeah.
You know, maybe a year from now I can ask for better shifts or something, but like that's just, you know, that's what they need. So
Yeah, I don't know what it's going to be like for me when I go back because, like before my sabbatical, I had pretty good standing, but obviously I've been away for 3 months, so when I go back in, I'm going to have to take whatever they give me. But you know, I should
That's sad stuff. That's sad.
I should
stuff.
still have 2
Talking
days off
about
a week,
this,
and I've still got friends there who'll swap shifts with me, so I can do various different things. Anyway, me rambling on about my personal stuff is losing us viewers, so let's carry on with Lefties Losing It.
What? His candle had no wick. He's talked about it in
So you just got a $64 tub of wax.
Yes.
Which can't do anything.
Yes.
Excellent.
Look, in all seriousness, King Charles needs to strip these two of their titles, of these Sussex titles, Duke and Duchess, and using the children. I mean, you and I have more royal connections than those two children do. Well, they've been there once. They went there for the Queen's Jubilee.
Yes, true.
And I was born in London, so at least I do. I'm not sure about you. I think he's starting to look weaker and weaker, and I know he is struggling, and he's struggling with his health, but he needs to strip them of their titles because it was in the agreement with the Queen when they...
He also needs to dissolve Parliament and call an election. But then I would say that.
made their exit, that they would not use the children's titles of...
Sorry?
I said it would have been in his power to do so, and he should.
Yeah.
Prince and princess for profit, and that's exactly what they're doing. It's reprehensible behaviour. I can't stand the pair of
They
them.
have shown zero respect, zero regard for that agreement, which
So yeah, we've gone from a story about, or a discussion about people's empathy, especially for children, to Meghan Markle monetising her kids.
Yep.
You know, there are two
I don't
types
like
of people
her.
in this world, and Meghan is the type that I don't like.
I don't
was
like
struck
her.
with
I
the
don't respect
Queen, and you would think that would hold some weight, particularly for Harry, given how close he was.
And they have no
with the late
respect for the
Queen.
monarchy. Why do they continue to profit off of the monarchy that they hold in contempt?
Yeah, that's
Now, I
the
want to
question.
get your thoughts on.
Yeah.
That's the question, but we all know what it is. It's money, 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 money.
Well,
Status,
Yeah.
money, money,
Pure
money.
greed.
Status, money, money.
It's the amount of times that Markle likes to put herself in a position where she's trying to play it nice for the little people, but she can't even show sympathy for one of the moms at the Bondi Beach thing, you know?
Yeah.
Like she was holding back yawns and looking like she was trying not to laugh as his mom is telling her about her daughter's experience at the beach and how her daughter can barely talk about the damn thing. And she's like, lady, if you can't show interest in the little people, don't go. Your husband has been trained for that. That's what his job was. We get it, you don't want it.
Yeah, so don't marry a prince then.
Basically. She just wants to look pretty. And I'm like, but you don't. You look old.
She actually thinks she's kind of a princess or something. I mean, she's American. She thinks she's a Disney princess or something.
Well, how does the old saying go? You either die in a French tunnel or you become the makler.
Never heard that one before. What the fuck, Taro?
I mean,
Oh,
that
sorry,
was
sorry,
dark,
Google.
but I mean, you know, what are we going to say? Too soon?
Fuck.
It was 1997 after all.
Oh, now I get it. Ah, I'm so stupid.
Harry
Yet you
and
were
Meghan's
laughing.
trip
I
in
was
Australia because some footage is going viral where people are comparing the dismal crowds that the couple attracted on this most recent trip and juxtaposing that with Princess Diana's trip back in 19...
Well, there we go. There's a coincidence.
Yeah.
Nailed it.
There is a coincidence.
Oh, there.
1983.
He called.
Oh, no.
Well,
Every time they play music, we get copyright claimed on it.
yeah,
I'm
I
gonna,
know. That's
We
why
can
what
just
happened.
skip that
You
segment.
know that.
We can just
I'll
skip that
I'll
segment.
skip the sound on and off so we see what's happening.
Yep.
So this is, of course, is Princess Diana's trip.
I think it was.
And oh, so yeah, I mean, you can see there. Where is it? You can see there, obviously, thousands and thousands of people, and absolutely fuck all people, which is what you'd expect. The way that these two behave.
I mean, on any given day, the surrounds of the Opera House have got more people there than we saw for Harry and Meghan. It's like people avoided the area to avoid.
I love the gleeful way Rita said that. Let's just have that again.
Of the Opera House have got more people there than we saw for Harry and Meghan. It's like people avoided the area to avoid them. And there was that footage from Bondi Beach where people are just, sun tanning whilst the media pack walks through.
That woman's my
the-
new hero.
This is like, leave us alone. We're at the beach. We don't want to see this spectacle. The level of interest was almost zero here.
Yeah, look, you see bigger crowds, trying to get petrol at the petrol station when the word about panic buying's gone around. Look, I'm sucked in by.
No, just feeling the burn.
Yeah.
AI every time, so I don't trust any of the pictures that I'm seeing.
Yeah.
I don't know, but I don't think they drew that big a crowd. And you're right.
No, we had some of the news footage, particularly of the visit around the Opera House, and there weren't too many people there. And you compare that to Princess Di, it was
there's
packed.
Chalk and cheese. And there's been an interesting development today because Meghan, I don't know if you were aware that she's involved with this app that you can, every outfit that she wore while she was here in Australia, it was immediately posted on this app and you can shop the look. So
And does she get...
What?
Or avoid it.
About this.
A lot of the reason people do that is because a lot of people use Markle as a study of narcissism. So she likes to try to remake outfits that other people had before, and Diana is high on the list of people she tries to remake dresses of. It's creepy. It's actually really creepy.
I didn't know that one, since I don't
It
care
sure is.
for this stupid. What do you call it? Fashion.
I don't mind learning about narcissism.
No,
and
that's-
using her as an
that's true.
example is funny.
No, that's true. Learning the human condition and the ins and outs, how the human mind fucks up and works, is very important. But I don't know shit about fashion because that's useless to me.
Well, that one I'll agree with you. I don't honestly know that we're.
I mean, what a waste of time and
Except
money.
for they look like they spend a lot of money on bullshit.
Especially with psychology. If you want to understand people better, you have to look inward at yourself. You want to understand yourself better, you look at people.
Yeah, that is a
And
nice.
I know like next to nothing about fashion as well. I mean, like, what do I reach for in the mornings? A pair of black jeans and a t-shirt.
Yeah, making it simple always works. Funny enough, the most genius people in the world would often buy the same set of clothes and just wear the fresh one.
Yeah, yeah, I've done that. I've done that many times.
I was not referring to myself here, but I was referring to the big thinkers of our time. They often would be like this. They wouldn't just not care. Clothing is just a necessity, but nothing you fucking fret over and make a big deal out of it.
Well,
And
so
the
much
fashion
of it is
industry is very
about
toxic.
how concerned you are with the impression you're giving to other people. Oh, you want to look like a new beautiful flower today. Oh, you want to be you want to be stimulating to the onlookers, or like, I really don't give a fuck. What, I could be wearing anything. Just don't look at me. I don't care.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
I like this one.
A share of that, perhaps.
She does.
Oh, excellent. That's
And I don't know if she's an
plan.
investor in the company, but she definitely gets a cut of whatever sells. But she was in a picture at the Bondi appearance where she was speaking to victims of that horrible massacre. And here, shop the look. Now, interesting today.
Yeah, that's. She's talking to victims of a massacre and then sending her outfit that she was talking to victims of the massacre wearing.
Charming.
And also, that phrase.
Yeah, that
shop
was
the
good,
look.
charming. Yeah, that's it. It's very charming. Yeah, charming indeed. I'll be right back. Sorry for that one. It's
Yeah.
a short one.
And that phrase, shop the look, pisses me off as well. It's like, because it just means, come and buy this. You don't shop something, you shop for something. Like, you don't shop your groceries, you go shopping for your groceries. Yeah, I just think it's a really cringe phrase. I don't know what you guys think.
It's not really different than the way the new Gen Z thing where they go, it's giving, and that they may, they may say, it's giving creepy, or some whatever. It's stupid. It's
Yeah.
not unlike the ghetto slang where they reverse meanings or reverse the placement of words and go, look at us, we're cool now, and you don't talk like us. You're not one of us.
Yeah, I guess so. It's just kind of I guess it's a media thing as well. Yeah. But okay, let's go.
The picture was taken down where she was with first responders,
good.
and it's been replaced with another picture from the same time frame, but it's where she's getting out of a car. It's not with the
So
first
it's a little bit
responders.
removed because, yeah, it is
Yeah.
pretty crass to be selling outfits when you're meeting victims of a terrorist massacre. So,
Exactly,
yeah.
yeah.
Before you go, I just want to get your take on this retreat that Meghan Markle had here. And there's some guests of that retreat who are now wanting refunds after they paid around $2,000 for tickets.
What?
And it's been reported that Meghan Markle only stayed for around.
Are you kidding me? 2,000? What the fuck?
Well, no, the psychology I was talking about, the way people separating themselves through speech, of course, is a media thing too. That's why a lot of celebrities start speaking with a British accent. That's why news reporters speak in heavily slanted, ways, accents. You notice they don't use the common speech, the common tone, as everybody in their area would. It's just another thing to separate, going, we are elite and you are not. So, yeah.
Yeah.
I make myself.
And 30 minutes at the event before she left to attend a rugby game. So, you know what? Anyone selling
£2,000 or $2,000 for 30 minutes of Meghan Markle.
Yeah, I know better things to do with those two fucking $1,000, and the list would be endless. The last thing I would spend it on is seeing her sorry ass. What the fuck are people doing?
Yeah.
enough to pay this sort of money? I have zero sympathy for, so whatever.
You've stolen my thunder. Exactly my thoughts. If you are stupid enough to have bought a ticket to sit with that woman for whatever length of time, then suck it up, princess.
Well said, Dee Dee Levy. Thank you for your time.
Okay, she's
well,
right.
That's just another example of the psychology of separation. Going, we have money, we are the elite. Look how we spend our money on crap. and you can't even do it. You might starve for a month if you spend this kind of money. It's just another degree of psychological separation.
Yeah. Oh, those two are
The funny
Megan and
thing
Harry. They are
is,
so
I will never figure out a way to fix this issue that humans have since a very long time. That is exactly this.
yeah.
The value system is just too wrong. Too many people want to get to this point where they can waste money on shit they don't need just to that they are better than others. It is
Well,
ridiculous.
okay, when I speak up against, I don't know, moneyed people, a lot of people think, oh, you're talking about socialism. No, I'm talking about a broken system that leans heavily toward the rich. It benefits the rich way too often, and it leaves people trying to, who working, really working hard to get there, it leaves them high and dry. They don't
Yeah.
have the means to, whereas the rich have plenty of means to get richer.
So a former friend of mine once gave me a very, very good example of that. It's like frozen food is a lot cheaper than fresh food over here. But in order to store enough frozen food, you'd need to have a chest freezer. And a chest freezer is very, very, very expensive. So he could only buy fresh food, which is more expensive because he only had a fridge. So, you know, it's kind of like you need money first in order to be able to save money.
Well, yeah, I mean, if you can't afford the good shoes, you're going to get the cheap shoes. The cheap shoes are going to give out in a third of the time, meaning you're going to spend three times as
Yeah.
much, adding up to more than the good shoes.
Yeah, never
That
skimp
is
on
correct.
shoe money. You never skimp on shoe money. No, no, no,
Well,
no.
that's
You
that's
never
kind of
buy
the
cheap
point.
shoes.
If you're literally at a point you can't afford the good product, you actually spend more money than a wealthier person might spend, and that's a lot of people don't understand that, especially people who grew up well. You know, they grew up secure. They can't wrap their head around that because they've never lived it.
Yeah. It's exactly the same with housing. Like rent is a lot more expensive than a mortgage, but you have to have money in order to put down to get a mortgage. And
Yeah. The funny thing is, I grew up in upper middle class, and I was very protected and safe. But since I was an adult and I need to care for myself, I learned the other side of all of it. Because I'm dirt poor. Well, I mean, it's my own fault, of course. There's no question about it. But still, I know both sides. And Noise brought about a very nice point. I think it's very much important to mention this. You do actually spend way more money on shoes if you don't buy good boots, for example. The good boots, they will last you for what? If you care for them for 10 years or longer. But if you buy some cheap shit, it could break in a year, maybe 1.5. Okay, then make your calculations. And it's funny that this whole system is actually made to even press more money out of the people that don't have it in the first place. The
Yeah.
money will always be
I mean, like
siphoned
the
from
trainers that I've
outputs.
got on now, I've actually had them since 2019.
Oh,
You know,
I have
it's
boots
like
that
the
are
same. I
actually more
buy
than 10
cheap, buy
years old.
twice. Mm.
I have boots that are more than 10 years old and they are comfy and they are still in good condition.
Yeah. Right, so I was mentioning that we do have another extra topic that's actually come up while we've been here.
Yeah, a bit
So,
sneaky.
so this will be quite interesting, I believe. I will just get it onto the screen.
Uh-oh.
I wish it would automatically assume that the thing that I've just put on the screen is the one I want in the big hole. But there we go. So, J.K. Rowling reignites culture war. It was never over. Not everyone should decide their own rights, remarking trans row. The iconic author drew fierce reaction online after challenging claims about trans people's rights. J.K. Rowling has sparked fresh backlash on social media, arguing that everyone... I hate it when articles do that, like they actually like just repeat the headline when you start the article, but during a series of posts about the ongoing trans rights debate, the comments came in response to a user on X who asked her, so you think people should discuss their own rights? Yet you don't believe all people, trans women, fans of pride, should have the right to decide their own rights. And
What?
she replied, no, I don't think all people should have the right to decide their own rights because a pluralistic democratic society can't function that way. Which rights are trans women and fans of pride missing? And there she is. The exchange quickly drew a wave of reactions online, with critics accusing the writer of undermining trans rights. One user responded angrily, their right to simply exist is being threatened and you are
No,
the head
it's
cheerleader.
not.
No,
That's such
it's
bullshit. Also,
That's
I want
the
to,
same thing
I
with
want to change the
they
rights.
want extra rights.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, come on. It is a dangerous day when I will be allowed to choose my own rights. This world would look a bit scary.
Well, okay, let's say I felt that I should always be, I don't know, more tan, more muscular, a few inches taller. Would the country and state then pay for me to achieve this? Or, you're challenging my right to exist? See, same argument, only it's not put in terms of changing gender, and now you can see how ridiculous it is.
Yeah. I mean, it's like walking into a bank and telling you identify as a millionaire and then expecting to be able to withdraw the
Yeah.
money.
I mean, that is a very ridiculous notion, but it brings it to the point. Yes, yes.
Yeah.
It's exactly.
And
Yeah, I mean, you choose your rights for you. Yeah, I choose the right that I can eat everyone I want because I'm hungry. What the fuck?
Yeah. Okay, this charming person went on to say, you are a despicable human being. Rowling pushed back, replying, "Could you define exist for me in this context?" This is a hilarious spelling mistake, given the subject. Mr. Rowling, no. Others attempted to challenge the stance, with one asking, how can you stand opposed to trans and at the same time support gay rights? Don't trans people fall into the homosexual category? Are there degrees of homosexuality? Which is a very strange thing to say. Another wrote, I don't think a vulnerable minority should lose their rights just because the majority thinks they should. However, many supported Miss Rowling in the comments. One fan panned, I constantly have... Sorry, I'm going to start coughing in a minute. Someone say something.
Yeah, find something. Yeah,
Well, okay, so not all trans people are gay, and here's what I mean. A man, he can decide, oh, he wants to be a woman, but he still likes women. There's plenty of those that exist. There's no reason it must fall in the homosexual category. That seems a bit ridiculous if you actually, like know any of them or read up on it or anything.
Yeah, well, for a simple reason, those gender dysphoria people, it is a mental condition where you don't feel comfortable in your body. It has nothing to do with your sexuality whatsoever. That is a very different issue you have if you have it for real.
And then there's possibly just as big of a condition, I forget the technical name, but it's where they get turned on by the thought of themselves as the opposite gender. But that's the thing. Of the opposite gender, meaning straight. Now, yeah, it's weird that they're thinking of themselves that way, but all the same, it comes from a place of being straight.
I heard about guys like this. They get really hot wearing their women's panties, but end of the day, they will fuck their wife.
Yeah, I once had a mate who he told everybody in the pub, like, he didn't think it was a strange thing to say at all, like, packed pub full of a bunch of us, and he said that he gets really turned on by shagging his wife while wearing her underwear.
Yeah, see, there it is. There it is. People will be kinky sometimes, yeah.
Anyway, one fan penned, I constantly have people telling me you donate to organisations that harm trans, but ironically they can never tell me which organisations they are. A further comment read, it's never about the rights, they simply want all of the privileges afforded to women in their spaces because we're dealing with delusional narcissists whose existence depends on the world affirming and validating them every second. Well, there we go. There we go. And there is the actual tweet itself.
There will be the tweets, but nowadays it would be called an X, I guess.
Yeah. Okay, the latest row comes amid a broader dispute involving Miss Rowling, political figures and campaign groups over transgender rights in the UK. They have the same rights as everyone else. The author has been vocal in her support for Women Scotland, which was behind a landmark legal challenge relating to the definition of woman under the Equality Act. The issue has remained highly contentious following the UK Supreme Court ruling that clarified the term in relation to biological sex. Which it is. Miss Rowling recently became embroiled in a separate exchange with Alistair Campbell. Oh, that prick. Sardoc, I'm sure you remember who Alistair Campbell is.
Actually, I
Sounds
don't.
like
Can
a
you
real
remind
C-word.
me?
I don't know.
Oh, he was a Labour politician last time around. I think he was Labour. Not that there's much difference between the two at the moment.
No, still doesn't ring any bells.
Former communications chief.
They're all cuddle cows, so what's the difference?
Yeah, indeed.
Cattle?
We'll have a look at that in a sec.
Yes, it's a word that Dramatical uses instead of
Yeah.
Okay, after criticising him and fellow podcast host Rory Stewart over their handling of the debate, and Emma Watson, of course, who really hates J.K. Rowling, despite the fact that she's a multi-millionaire because of her.
Yeah, that was nasty.
Delusional little
But I
bitch.
heard that Radcliffe actually did speak out very harshly about the new Black Snape kind of thingy. He was pissed.
Who did?
Daniel Radcliffe.
Right, okay.
Got angry at the casting situation at the HBO series, and he is also one of those alphabetic spaghetti supporters.
Of course he is.
My buddy refers to Emma Watson as the 90-year-old who's been trapped in the body of a 13-year-old boy.
Is that? Oh, that sounds oddly familiar. Oh, I know, Cher.
Right, she accused the pair of being exceptionally arrogant and said their understanding of the issue drips with classism and misogyny, while also questioning why they had not platformed campaigners for Women Scotland. Ms. Rowling's campaign has also attracted significant criticism in her personal life. The writer's relationship with members of the Harry Potter cast has become increasingly strained following her public comments on transgender issues, which several actors said were harmful to the alphabetic spaghetti community.
That's not written there, is it?
Well, what was I going to say?
Yeah.
In 2020, Daniel Radcliffe, Emma Watson and Rupert Grint all voiced support for trans people, with Radcliffe writing in an open letter that transgender women are women.
Yeah.
Dear oh dear. Dear oh dear.
Go and date one then.
Yeah.
Yeah, try to have kids.
He later said the situation had left him feeling really sad, while Miss Watson indicated she was disappointed that a more constructive private discussion had not taken place. Miss Rowling has since criticised the actors, describing Miss Watson as Miss Watson. She's already divorced. Bloody hell. Why are these people always like this? As ignorant, and suggesting she would not forgive those she believes aligned themselves with a movement she says undermines women's rights. I think it's
What is a woman?
clear. I think it's pretty clear that Rowling's right.
Trans people undermine women's rights.
Yes.
That's why I feel attacked by this shit. And all this alphabet spaghetti of calling me a cisgender, that is a fucking derogatory term that fucking tries to put me down because they wants to stand above me. They wants to steal my shit.
I mean, we already have the terms. We already have the terms man and woman. Do we don't need new made up ones in place for it. That yeah.
Shove it. Seriously, shove it. It is just a power play. It's the same when Muslims fucking make the fucking religious display in public. It's a power play. Deal with it. We're doing this, and you are not capable of hindering us, and you will stand below us now.
And here's the thing.
Like it.
I don't know if they changed it by now, but it originally meant CIS, comfortable in skin. I've never been comfortable in my skin a day in my life.
Yep.
The image I put off to people is not who I am inside whatsoever. I'm straight, I'm male, all that's absolutely true. But comfortable in skin, what the fuck? I don't know if anybody is, and if they are, then maybe they're a little too cocky and arrogant.
Yeah, they have an issue to look into the mirror, I would say, because end of the day, you are realizing very early when you have half a mind that you are trapped in a meat prison you cannot escape, and none people that I ever knew really like it there. It is just something you need to accept and live with. But actually saying, yeah, I'm comfortable with this, I don't know a single fucking person that is honest that could say and claim this.
Yeah. Right, just to clear up who Alistair Campbell is, author aims social media crip at ex-Labour spin doctor. This guy's an absolute piece of shit, by the way. Rolling and former Labour communications chief Alistair Campbell have become embroiled in a heated exchange on social media with the Harry Potter author accusing Ms. Campbell's daughter of labelling women's rights campaigners ugly. The dispute erupted after For Women Scotland, the activist group behind the landmark Supreme Court ruling we've just said, posted a farewell message from London directed at Mr. Campbell, suggesting that they had hopes to meet him. Anyway, a bit weird, but hey ho. For all those claiming we won't listen to people who share Rowling's views, have in the past asked who said no, she is a leading voice and therefore would happily talk to her. But apparently they didn't. The response continued, she is a leading voice and therefore we would... I just read that. Fuck. Okay, so she responded with a blistering critique of both podcast hosts. That's because I wasn't interested in being used to boost the viewing figures of a pair of exceptionally arrogant men whose understanding of this issue drips with classism and misogyny. So anyway, that's that. That was just to clear up the rest of the information we've already got from the last article. But I was just trying to make it clear what this git is. He basically got the war criminal Tony Blair into power.
Great.
Yeah, great, huh?
Nah.
So even if I didn't know who he was, I really wasn't far off when I said probably a cuddle cow.
Yep. Oh, we have a Kelly Miller here. Hello, hello, hello. Unfortunately, we're getting quite close to the end of the show now. We've already covered 2 more stories than I was intending to, which is fantastic. But,
yeah,
you know...
About the link too.
We did really well today. And we actually got through all of Lefties Losing It.
Yeah, do you want to know why? Because I didn't rant today.
Ah, well done. We do need to mention...
my mouth shut for once.
While we're talking about the Labour government, or the Labour Party, we do need to mention...
You can't buy me a beer unless you agree Keir Starmer is a twat.
Oh, no. There will be horns. No, please don't.
Right, so I'm pretty much going to call it here. We've done over 3 hours, and like I say, I've been on quite a lot lately.
No, I think 3 hours is a nice time. 3 to 4 hours we should aim for.
I mean, so often we go for like 4, 5, 6, but
yeah,
we've got through the content. So let's start with our outro, shall we? First up, let's say St. Hugo. What you up to, man? Where are you going next?
To bed. Bye.
Yeah.
Yep. That's our Hugo.
Perfect. Okay. And what about you?
After this show, I have another one coming up called The Minions of the Zoo. That'll be... I'm not actually sure yet, because it's still question mark, buddy who's been in the hospital, are you better yet? He said he had a cold, so I'm like, what does that mean? So that should be in like 15 minutes or half an hour, depending on the answer.
Cool. Feel free to drop that in chat so people can go and check it out. Noise, how about yourself?
Well, let's see. Yeah, tomorrow, for me, it'll be tomorrow. Thursday, 7 p.m. Central, 8 p.m. Eastern. I'll be doing my show. We'll have a lot of these same people, and some different ones. Hopefully, I'll see everyone there.
Yep,
I can at least lurk.
indeed. Startup. Hopefully, we can get a gaming stream in this week because it's been far too long since we've done one.
Yeah, that would be nice actually. It's just the question is when, but we'll figure it out, I'm sure.
Yeah. Anything else you got on?
The usual shows, hopefully a gaming stream, gym, all the good stuff.
All the good stuff. Lilith, you're up.
Oh, I don't have much going on anymore. I mean, of course, I will be on Rhoda's show because it's our show on Wednesdays and Fridays. Yeah, sure. But else, I'm at the moment taking it very easy, and mostly just playing a game like a psychopath and wasting my time on that one. Really enjoying it. Makes me really happy and more less insane, let's say. So I will at times miss streams where I normally would attend to. Because I'm actually kind of busy, but I will always try to show up, leave a like and lurk and listen, but I will not be that active in chat no more most of the time, I need to say the next weeks, since this game takes really almost all of my time. I'm really into it. You never saw me being addicted to a game yet. Yet now I'm addicted again.
Fair enough. Okay, let me just whack Jen's link up for a few seconds. And then, of course, with me, it's like the usual. You can find me on Will's show on Tuesdays, Thursdays and Sundays, and some of the others as well sometimes. Noise's show on Mondays and Thursdays for him, Tuesdays and Fridays for me. And apart from that, there's this show which is on Wednesdays and Fridays. This Friday we should have Slay Every Game returning as our guest.
Yay, the baby reaper.
That seems to be the plan at the moment. And like I just discussed with Sardoc, we're hoping to get at least a gaming stream in this week, which will be good. And I have actually started dropping actual videos as well. I'm probably going to clip our discussion of the aeroplane incident from the second story tonight, because that was funny. I was going to make my own video of it, but we had such a laugh. I might just use the stream and just clip it. Did I miss a ton of the show again? Not really. No, we've just been doing our outros. It's been 3.25 hours, so we're all good. Yeah, that is about it. I did try to make a quartering song, but it came out shit, so I didn't post it.
Yeah, he's not worth it.
So exactly like the original then.
Oh yeah. I
Also,
guess it is authentic. I guess it is authentic.
Two things I have to say here. First of all, he's not really worth your time. Second of all, I did one of the best Hamas Didi Piker songs ever, and no one cared for it. So don't even bother. It is not.
Put it in chat then. Put it in chat.
Nah. I mean, I can, but private. We will not.
Remind me.
No.
Remind me on Friday. We'll play it on.
We can.
Okay?
But it was back then. It was when the shocking of the dog happened. It's focused about that one. Yeah. It was actually good. Okay, we should do that. Yay.
Yeah, we should do that. So apart from that, just want to say thank you to everyone who's come along to the stream. Thank you to everyone who's been in chat, and thank you to our special guest this evening, Dara, and thank you to Noise and St. Hugo and Jen and Sardoc and Lilith, of course. The majority of us will see you on Friday, and check us, a lot of us out on Noise's show as well. Thank you very much, and good night.
Oh, Mr. Brain Pork Faggots, they're the best in town, sizzling in the pan. pan that never let you down. Juicy, savory, packed with flavor, oh so fine. Grab a plate of faggots, it's dinner time. With a hint of spice that comfort food supreme. Mashed spuds and gravy, it's a foodie's dream. From the heart of Britain, tradition in each bite. Mr. Brain's pork faggots make your evening right. Yo, check it, Mr. Brain's pork faggots, we setting the scene. Plate stacked high, it's the king of cuisine. Sizzling the skillet, got that savory glow. Juicy bold flavor, make your taste buds flow. From the block to the table, it's a straight up delight. Mashed with the spuds, yo, we eating tonight. Spice hitting hard, got that old school vibe. British soul food, keep the whole crew live. Ain't no fake, this the real deal vibe. Faggots on the menu, make the evening ignite. Gravy dripping smooth, it's a flavor attack. Mr. Brain's in the game, and we ain't holding back. Yeah, get them faggots, let's eat. Get them faggots, let's eat. Get them faggots, let's eat. Oh, Mr. Brain's pork faggots, they're the best in town. Sizzling in the pan, they never let you down. Juicy, savory, packed with flavor, oh so fun. Grab a plate of faggots, it's dinner time. Yeah, get them faggots, let's eat. Get them faggots, let's eat. Get them faggots, let's eat. Mr. Brain's no defeat. Oh, Mr.